I don't like letting the beat talk, I like letting me talk. This how G's walk, nigga, we off. And if they sick as us, know they sick as fuck. Been like this since the beginning, never switch it up. Picked it up, put it down for one time, and now we all lit as fuck. Come around, a free nut on the ground, bitches to lick it up. In it out, soon as they send it down, man, we gon' send it up. Swab off some blue, man, you already know what we gon' do, fam, let's go.
I'm with Timer, I'm with BG at the beach. Made it finally out the belly of the beast. Drinking good and we watching what we eat. Something sticky with the icky on the seat. He said he tired of playing little man. Finna fire at the middle man. I said I'm trying to be a business man. And now we buying us some bigger land. Hey, sat at the table, we ain't need no plates, no time. We ain't even gon' waste no time. We ain't even gon' wait, no mistakes. We can't even hesitate. You know I'm running in with the gun out. Kobe driver, shoot whoever try to run out. Get it done before he even put the blunt out. We ain't counting till we make it to my aunt house. Now it's time, you know we gotta make a trip cross town. That's how far we gotta get. Plan B, just in case we gotta split. Where we meet, that don't even gotta switch. Did everything that we planned to. Split it 4 ways like a man do. Next damn move, Cancun. I can smell the water in the sand too. I'm with Timer, I'm with VG at the beach. Made it finally out the belly of the beast. Drinking good and we watching what we eat. Something sticky with the icky on the seat. Said I'm tired of playing little man. Finna fire up the middle man. I said I'm trying to be a businessman. And then we buying us some bigger land.
Louis at that neck, back there, respect, bet we gon' catch a check. If we flex on, they said it's a mess that they will not forget. On the low, man, the dope man look like a come up. We run up with the gun up, let them know, man, it's not the time to play slow fun with the money, gun, the pills, the lean, the boy, the girl, the Mary Jane. We ain't leaving anything, I put that shit on everything. We don't do no witnesses, put a bullet in every brain. Meet up out the highway, split the spread, and leave on separate planes. And no, it's not about the change, it's about the game. And no, it's not about your fame, it's about the game. And no, it's not about your name, it's about the lane. And after everything is changed, make sure you stay the same. Soon as I land, I'ma call my man. Tell him to call my fam, tell him where I am. Purchase some land and stay off the gram. Damn, I'm living the dream, it feel like a scam.
I'm with Timer, I'm with VG at the beach. Made it finally out the belly of the beast. Drinking good and we watching what we eat. Something sticky with the icky on the seat. Tired of playing little man. Finna fire up the middle man. I'm trying to be a businessman. We're buying us some bigger land.
The man is not allowed to fly a plane in his own country, but you want to convince the world that this man is not only a threat to his neighbors, but he is a threat to the entire human family. You are a liar. Liar, and the people are intellectual cowards who sit down and suck up this filthy lie.
Man, I've been rapping for a minute, I don't see how niggas hate on it. Swab boss, the greatest motherfuckers should wait on it. Even if my album drops 10 years from now, nigga, it's gonna be the hardest album out 10 years from now, nigga. The Swab boss, you niggas should see that shit. Whatever I am in, the old niggas should be that shit. Whatever they say they gon' come, I don't agree with it. Just add a couple of my hoes and come to be with it. Man, it's Swab boss. The reason why these niggas get hard off if 100 niggas die for this cause is a small cost. I'm trying to get my people on their feet again, nigga, but I'm back smoking weed, drinking Hennessy, nigga. And maybe that's why I'm not back on my shit. It's why I bought some 2-6 and moved out to the bricks. Hooked up with people from Phil. Now we know we love shit. Now they know they should quit trying to make it hood rich. All that bullshit on your mind, ho, I wish you would spit. Niggas know what I'm about. and they wish I would flip. Niggas ask about a track, they wanna hear that shit. But when I ask you a track, they don't hear that shit, man. And that's the type of shit that I don't say, man. Niggas know from the go that I don't play, man. Coming straight from the street, nah, I can't straight, man. They ain't fucking with him, 'cause he don't pay, man.
Why are the Europeans so insecure about other people in the world? And why do you, everywhere you go, you gotta kill and murder the rest of the people of the human family? Your history is written in the blood of the black, the brown, the yellow, and the red. Why are you so insecure? Do you know what brings about insecurity? What brings about insecurity is when you have a false concept of yourself. And the false concept of self is white supremacy. They believe that they are better because they are white. And as a result, see, when a man has that kind of silly mentality, Hitler had the silly mentality that the white man, the Aryan, is superior. So then at the Olympics, Jesse Owens kicks up all the Aryans. Hitler is outraged. He's angry. That's very simplistic. Yeah. Well, you need it to be simplistic. You need it to be extra simplistic. You see, they can't even take the reality. I know they can't. They can't handle. You know, look. When you take a brick, and you hurl the brick among a pack of dogs, only the dog who gets hit yelps. Think about it.
Where we at, fam? It's the boy Swab out snapping off, man. Let me put my mic in right quick. Make sure y'all can hear me. Blinking ding. No? What is it connected to? I bet. This is the boy Swab out snapping off, man. Shout out to the fam bam, man. Bingo on the track, Z on the cam. That's snapping off, fam. Shout out to Solar Mind, the commissioner of the greatest debate league on earth. Solar Vision Debate League, man. Shout out to Knowledge Born Allah. Do the Knowledge Radio, Knowledge Born Allah on YouTube. Shout out to the AOI, that's Gold, man. Brand Debate, Arpu, Pro Black, Wicked, Radical, Ground Zero, and Hurricane Katrina of the King James 13 Anti-Bully Inc., a non-profit organization aimed at preventing bullying by bringing awareness to it. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to the peers. Shout out to the reason why we motherfucking here, the people of S.V.D.L. You are now in the argument league. Shout out to Midtown, Pookie, man, Knowledge, Malik, T-Duck, Astro. Thanks for throwing that cash app out there. Yeah, against the workers of iniquity. Shout out to you. Yeah, so we do got the title. The title for what? The title for this, the motherfucking S.V.D.L. finals. What we've been waiting about 10 months for. Taz versus Anonymous. Taz versus Anonymous. Taz fucking versus fucking Anonymous, man. In the finals, man. In the finals. August 1st, 9 p.m. That's post-mortem. Eastern Standard Time. Should black leaders focus on changing the moral standards of the black community? Once again, should black leaders focus on changing the moral standards of the black community? Anon says yes. Taz says no. I missed a lot of the breakdown yesterday, but I did catch up. You know, I woke up at a dumbass like 1 in the fucking morning, man. I hate that shit. But yeah, I did hear, and that's what the title is. So you already know my mind, man. What is should black leaders? Okay, what is black leaders focus? What is focus? On changing the moral standards. You know what I'm saying? Big bro, sorry, motherfucker. Building. Hold on. Let me change it because I don't know if he want that up there. So it's gonna be a SAR M car. Is in the building. Don't get it twisted, pointing in the wrong direction. Mr. Screw fucked up in any means nor manner. Asar is definitely in the building. What's good with you, big bro?
We in the building, baby. What it do, Suave? Hey, baby, Dick, you know, my Dickie V on, huh? Yeah.
That's what it do, man. I saw you over there,
man.
Garfield shit, rattling their ass, fam. I'm finna get his ass, bro, for real.
He didn't even want me to talk. Rob Bourne was like, nah, don't even say nothing because me and Rob, it's my man.
Yeah.
I was like, hold up, I got him. I'm like, all right, go ahead, man. But this is going to be a classic debate between two lower tier debaters, in my opinion. They're not as good as me. And Taz ain't even good as you. You know, you done waxed his ass before.
That's a fact. That's a whole
it's
2021 fact.
Yeah, you know, and with the information we had brought out, we knew about the you know, the master teacher Marcus Garvey. We knew what it was, but it's going to be a good debate because both of them have antics and both of them have the nature where they could lose their cool and we could get something really explosive and crazy in there. They'll start out respectful, and then I think towards the end it's going to be very, you know what I'm saying? It's too easy to rattle either one of them. But see, Taz usually get rattled and he clam up. Anonymous get rattled and start screaming. And then Taz will do an outburst and then Anonymous will get quiet. So they're very introverted people. And it's going to be a very, it's an exciting debate to watch.
Hey, that was a very interesting fucking observant ass breakdown of that shit. Yeah, for real. I didn't bullshit. He hit that shit in the head.
My psychology. They only charging me $25 to get it, but I ain't do it.
You feel me? You feel me? That's that spot right there. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Like I said, man, I can't wait to see it because I mean, both these dudes came in at the end of the season, man, got their little, you know, master game down. I think we can't forget because remember early in the season, the judges was giving pretty low scores on the average. And, you know, I think they was kind of shaking off the dust of how they were going to score. So then about mid-season, it picked up where the scores started making sense. Like, okay, so now I see it. So I believe that was a fact.
Looking at the point did that. Remember, we kind of was like, look, get it across the board. And that's just to make the league better. So judges, when we do stuff like that, we're taking it all personal and you don't like it. No, we like y'all got y'all a necessary factor.
Facts. We go through the same process y'all go through. Y'all sit back and try to think of how to better the league. It's the same process. So when the judges do it, the peers have to be conscious. And when the peers do it, the judges have to be conscious that, you know, it's not personal. It's just for the betterment of the league. Yeah, facts. Facts. That's hard. Man, interesting conversation. You know me, just looking at the title, Anon. Should black leaders focus on? I'm going to say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I have to hear their conversations because, you know, Taz means what the fuck he says. And he says, no, he's not, you know, I'm pretty sure he said, no, what they should be doing, or why are we focusing on changing our moral standards? The moral standards of the white people is what need to be focused on change. Our moral standards are fine. You know, so ain't no really telling. I would have to hear them go back and forth. And they both was kind of low, you know what I'm saying, on the argument. Well, I know Taz was pretty low on the exchange. I know Anon, you know, he voiced that he wanted to slap box and go back and forth. He's usually pretty more open. I'm interested to see how far into the debate are they willing to go on an everyday panel. You know what I'm saying? It's just so I can get a hold of them. But just looking at the title, man, should black leaders, I'm interested to know who the black leaders are.
Right.
You know, focus.
Especially now. Because it's a loaded question almost, right? Because are we about to say Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson? Are we going to say, are we going to fall back and say something more old school like Kwame and Kruger? You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's so many. When we look at who black leaders are, you know, if they're real groundbreaking, will we say Sinetta, General Yohana, you know, some of the people that you see right now outside, you know what I'm saying? such as myself, you know, we outside. So would you say some of the people that you see that are in the elder community right now are those people? It's very it's an intriguing affair, and it's going to bring about a lot of discourse that um some people are going to say. And remember, Taz said this before too. Taz said we shouldn't have black leaders. So when we look at that aspect of, okay, he don't even feel we should have black leaders, that everybody should be a sentient being with enough comprehensiveness to move correctly on their own. It's gonna be, woo, it's gonna be a wild event, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a bit wild, to say the least. Um, Let me play devil's advocate for a minute, right? I'm gonna play the portion of what I think Taz should go with. Um, if he says that we need to stick to our morals and what we have now, the code of ethics that are across the board as it sits, then it needs to go like this. Astro said Anon should not read the chat during this debate. He can win this. he could win this. He couldn't win against me. That's his problem. But I'm a different creature. But Taz, this is a winnable debate for him. This is definitely a winnable debate for him. Taz should go the route of the ethics that we set forth as black people are not low. They're not low. They're actually high. They just haven't had the chance to flourish under the white supremacy. Anon should go in the method of, we've got gang members, we've got this going on, we got this popping off, this is popping off, there's shootings there's the most shootings we've ever seen in Chicago. There's, you know, he's really gonna have to play that. Midtown Pookie disappeared. What did he say? He said,
he said, well, don't read the chat because Pookie cooking any dumb shit out here. I think that's in response. Astro said Anon should not read the chat during this debate. Right. He can win this. And Pookie is saying, well, shit, make sure you don't read me because I'm going to throw you all the way out. I'm going to throw you all the way out because you say something stupid.
Don't judge Anonymous on the debate he had with me because, yes, I cooked him, but let be what is so he can have a fair shot. I almost think that debate made the whole league kind of disgusted with him. Don't be like
that. The fuck out of here. That's what. Pro Black says Taz going the Trump route.
He might, huh?
I don't know, man.
It's dynamic. It's really this type of debate right here is going to bring a lot of feelings out of the people because the people, you know, it's tough to take critique, and that's Taz's position here. So he's going to be critiquing the ethics and methods of black people currently today, while Anonymous is going to be saying we're fine how we are. We just need to do this, and that could create. It's going to get volatile. What up, brother Madon?
Madon Kemet is in the building. One of the tank, 1/18th of the tanks.
What up, squad? What up, Asar?
The Texas, the Wu-Tang clan of this shit.
Hey man, yeah, it's still tanked on the ground, but I'm gonna say that for later. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hell no. Hold on. Madon said, fuck them tanks. Y'all ain't been holding me down like y'all hold each other down. That's what we on. Season 4. Because y'all ain't finna stand behind me on this ghetto gag and shit. So fuck y'all. I'm standing by myself. It's me, Lance, and T-Duck, right? Who is it?
What?
Who is it, Madon?
Me, Lance, and T-Duck.
Who your
Me, Lance, and T-Duck.
That's your new clique.
And I'm coaching.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Damn.
Nah, man, it still takes on the ground, man. All day, every day.
Nah, it's something else. It's something else, bro. You say you gonna save it for later. Blue says if last debate wasn't a wake up call, I don't know what is. Anonymous will be much better. Yeah. Better be. So what's the shit between you and the Tanks, man? I mean, what you outgrown?
Oh no, I'm in the Tank solid, man. We solid, man. I'm just gonna do me a new logo. You know, I'm gonna do a logo for the Tanks. You know what I mean?
Oh, Yara make you another logo.
Oh yeah, he made me 2 of them, man. I got 2 badass ones, but you know, I always had the option to make my own logo because I used to make album covers, so I could do the shit. So I'm gonna hook it up.
So you gonna make sure you put that ghetto gag in your shit, right?
Nah, man, I got it's a new tank. Well, I can't say it's a new tank division, but I think I got something brewing, man.
Oh, okay.
I got something brewing.
Tanks, Death Row. I hear you, bro. Death Row.
I think I'm gonna be the SWAT unit of the Tanks. You know, special weapons and tactics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You should be the air cover or some shit like that. I don't see no SWAT with the Tanks, bro.
You don't see no SWAT. You don't see no special weapons and tactics. Nah, man, I'm just shooting the shit.
So who you got winning this debate, bro?
Oh man, I kind of missed last night, man. My girl was tripping, so I've been on with y'all niggas too much.
I missed last night too. I'm going straight off the title. Yeah, I'm going straight off the title. Should black leaders focus on changing the moral standards of the black community?
Whoever saying no, I ride with no.
Chad saying no. Anon saying
yes. Yeah, because I think it's far-fetched, but that's just my opinion.
Okay, that's hard. To me, the common sense answer is like, yeah, should we focus on changing the moral standard of the black community? But I mean, like you say, once you get in the conversation, because Assad kicked that all in the chest. You know what I'm saying? Just off the top of the head. So it's like, whoever got that better argument, bro. Because like I say, I don't see a problem with the black community morals. I see a problem with society morals. Like our own community, we're gods. Grandma is grandmama. Mama is mama. I don't give a fuck how much crack she smoke. Daddy is daddy. And the respect is there. Fucking holidays is there. The food is cooked. Motherfucking socks and drawers is clean. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's only when that is broken and we say, well, shit, fuck the police. Because that's the only authority. We not under mama authority. We American. We outside. And then they say, well, once you get outside, you can smoke and you can drink and you can pack a gun like this. And if you real, slick with it, you can get away with doing do. But yeah, ain't no hiding no crack under mama bed.
That's right. Yeah, because I think for the most. Oh, go ahead, sorry. Oh, well, no, I just saying. I think. Yeah, I'm like this, Swab. As far as black people, our morality is high, man. We might have a few strays that just go astray from time to time, but overall, man,
we got more than a few strays. We have a constant sector of us that is on bullshit 24 hours a day, bro. It's not a couple of people every now and then straying. It's a constant, lit, turned up crowd of us that is on bullshit. And I mean, they on bullshit. And I don't give a fuck what the cracker do.
Right.
You on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. The sexual disobedience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I guess I gotta see their definition of what part of morality, or I guess that's what it's gonna boil down to for me. You know what I mean? What part of morality are they talking about?
Actual and factual.
Because I mean, I can see that debate going both ways. I know Anon coming with his A game, Taz coming with his A game. I think it's going boil down to who punk who.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight like that. If Taz come in swinging and Anonymous like he got hit, it might be hard for him to get up. If Anonymous comes swinging hard and Taz like he got hit, Taz better get back up. But I think Taz energy, man, that moves the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, his voice and his information. You know, he can persuade the hell out of a motherfucker. But we're gonna see.
Yeah. I think what Anon lacks in that authoritative voice, he makes up in the use of it. Like he's very clear. And, you know, he talk to you and sit you down and get you something to drink when he, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just who's ever the best them. Who's ever the best them. You cannot try to outdo the other person in what they clearly do better than you. Whoever
Right.
is the best them. So, you know, that's just it. So the opening is the voice and the presence, man. Is Anon gonna, you know, is Anon gonna make Taz look crazy, you know, with his calm, you know, definite, detailed explanation, manner, way of, or is Taz gonna make Anon look completely dumb by, you know, like just barking what the fuck is going on down his throat? So that'll be
Yeah,
good. The
because
premise, huh?
yeah, I was just gonna say because I wonder if they're gonna try. I wonder if Taz gonna try to flip it and say some shit like, "Well, I don't think we should focus on the morality. I think we should focus on priorities or some shit." But I don't know. I'm just going. I
Yeah.
got to go back and listen to what happened last night.
Shit, let's do it. Ooh, shit.
Look at us all over there think he's teaching.
I gotta stop hating on my nigga, man. He on another level with this shit.
Now, I got mad respect for us all, man. You know, to be honest, I thought I saw one that debate, man. You know, Anonymous is my nigga, but I thought I saw one that debate, man.
Damn.
But no premise, no win, nigga.
Was there something there? You feel me?
Right.
And so I think he put something on you that you wasn't saying, but I want to make sure. You're not saying that we don't need black leaders. You're saying we need to change the criteria for who we make leaders, correct?
Absolutely.
Right. Now, with that being understood, does that mean, because I know you're saying it starts at home, does that mean that the current people who are leaders, even people who will eventually, you know, become leaders that we consider leaders over the next 3 or 4 years, that they don't stand a chance of being appropriate leaders?
No, that ain't what I mean. I just mean more like you can't trust who's coming right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything saying that the people that's coming right now were prepped to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? We can't determine what doctrine put them there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't have an understanding of who they are. So not saying they couldn't be good leaders, but they didn't come from that homegrown element I'm referring to.
Now that homegrown element, right? Because now we get somewhere. Like, where does the morale, the doctrine, where does that come from? Like, even being taught at home, like, what does that look like? What is the understanding of what the criteria is? Where does that come from?
Well, okay, so that in itself, a lot of it is going to come with life experience, though. So the needs of a community would be addressed by a leader, but a leader must know those needs of the community. So a lot of that is just going to be determined through knowing what your community is. Some of the people who know the community best may not know the ins and outs of what's on paper, but they know what that community lacks. And so I just think what we're talking about more so is the homegrown element from that community that wants to be involved, that wants to see change, and creating that is going to come from that community, not just necessarily home, but even when you go out, you're going to have to interact with people who want to see that same type of community.
Okay. All right. Okay. So for you, then, leadership is going to be about the connection to the community and your ability to give each community what it needs.
I could say that. Yeah, that's a good way to frame it.
Okay. And then
Is there agreement or overall understanding of what the morals should be then, or how we get to the agreement?
I think that's where the ambiguity comes in. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't try to tell people what they should or shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of where the problem comes in, because people don't want to be black first. They'll be something else first. They'll put, maybe their sexuality, their religion, they put other things first. And so, I mean, if I was determined, I would, of course, say we need to be black first, put everything else to the side. But is that practical?
How's black first defined?
I simply define it as everything you do in mentality and physical and life. You're just doing it from a black perspective. You put your people first when you can. It doesn't mean necessarily going out of your way to do something black first, but it's a built-in mentality. When you're getting ready to do something, you naturally gonna go black first. You're gonna go the way where you can help black people first.
Okay. All right.
You should pause it right
there. And then
let's
move to Africa a little bit, because I just want to know your overall stance. And then I want to get
pause.
So this question has always been around our community, right? And right now we even got we looking at people with blonde hair kind of funny, right? Because and they some of them act kind of funny. All the way back to Marcus Garvey saying we got to be careful of mulatto leadership, because some of them was, they had a European agenda, meaning they wanted us underfoot and they were passing as Europeans. So why be black anymore? During, right after slavery. And then it begs to differ. When you're acting black, does that mean you're acting like someone from Ghana with their cultural traditions? Are you acting like someone from ancient culture, Egypt or Nubia? Are you acting like a South African? Are you, do you respect Uncle Uncle? Do you move like us? Does your wife keep a hat on? So defining what acting black is what I'm looking for to come out in their opening or the first portion of their premise, because that's basically what we're talking about. We're talking about morals and we're talking about ethics of being black and how that's going to help us as a generation, basically, based off of this argument. How did y'all see that?
Shit, I walked out the room. I ain't hear nothing. Nah, I got I mean, that's a hard ass point right there, because I look at it as acting like your culture or acting you is the necessities that if everything is stripped would still be there. So for black people, there's a lot of shit that's there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I focus on. So I just don't. I don't know how
acting black is almost the question right there.
Yeah, like to me, acting black is like compensating for the things that black people have to compensate for. Doing shit like that is like, okay, that's black. When other people do it, they do it out of style or popularity and this, that, and other. It's just like, just like us. Like we'll celebrate other people's culture out of a, you know what I'm saying? But it's not us. It's not us. It's not us. I don't see. So to me, acting black in America is making sure this motherfucking system, you know what I'm saying, don't, just compensating for the oppression that's in this, the ills that's in this motherfucker. All the moves we gotta make, the underground, the black market, the underground, the dark side of our society that we gotta create because we can't publicly, openly move like this. That's our shit. That's our shit. That's our shit.
And then when you say that, we looking, why aren't we spending black? If we spend $1 trillion and we could be the 11th largest country in the world based off our spending habits just here in America, we don't spend black enough. We don't buy black enough. And we don't congregate black enough anymore, especially not from the time I was a child to now. So what are those defining boundaries? You know what I'm saying?
When I hear act black, me personally, I automatically go back to like the early 90s
You might know what I'm saying, Asar and Swab. You know, back in the 90s, you used to wear the African heritage clothes. The way you dress is all. You know what I'm saying? The way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You wore different stuff, and then you carried yourself a certain way, like calm, kind of cool, collective at the same time, and speaking intelligently at the same time. But acting black, like you said, I think it's broad as hell. And that's a good ass question, man, because it really makes you think. But go ahead, King. I just want to say that real quick.
Melanated goddess, the most gorgeous. I agree. Black is an American concept. It is not but people know what you mean when you say acting black, the Midtown Pookie. But Pookie, do we really? Because I'll give you a for instance, right? I back Sha'Carri to the fullest. Think she should be in the Olympics right now, But she running around here with fake eyelashes and long blonde hair. For us, from my era, they would have called her a sellout without even asking her, any questions, just from how she's dressed and looking, right? Just right off the bat. Like, what you doing with, did you really get a long blonde extension? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? So now it's different. Now it's a little different. And so we have to look at what defining black is.
But to me, that proves my point. Black is what black people have to do to compensate. That's a black sellout. They're black. They're acting black. Having a blonde weave when you're clearly not a blonde. Trying to fix yourself up to be accepted by the white society so that shit is easier for you when you out in the world. Despite who the fuck talking about you when you back at home. You know what I'm saying? Because it works. The girls who do that get the better jobs. You know what I'm saying? Right. Than the ones that go out there with the froze and this, that, and the other. So that's acting black. Putting the weave and the lashes. That's what black people do to compensate for white people saying, oh, we are the standard of beauty. We are the standard of beauty. Like, your hair is not attractive. Your eyelashes are not attractive. You like them?
Right. And see,
and I think acting black. I was gonna say this real quick. So I think acting black has transitioned over time. Like in the 90s, acting black, it looked different than it looked in the 99, 2000. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's like it's transitioning. Yeah. It keeps transitioning. But go ahead, King.
No, go on and build on that. That's why.
I just want to throw that out there real quick. That's all. Go ahead.
Sister Melanated Goddess pointed out that Mary J had blonde hair. She would dye it silver.
Hold on, Pookie. Who else does that, Pookie? Who else does that? If we was to say, hey, a woman gets 2 bundles of weave, some lashes, and some purple contacts, who the fuck would you think would be doing that, bro? Who? You would directly go to the black woman.
Yeah, because I remember when Queen Latifah, when she first started putting weave in her head, I remember a lot of people in the black community was like, "Oh no, she ain't Queen Latifah, she's just Dana now." You know what I'm saying? So it's like you wasn't acting black no more.
And that's what I mean. We're trying to impress the white standard of society that makes life easier for us if we're blonde haired. If we match up to their standard, that's a black thing. Black people having to compensate for the inferiority that was pushed upon them physically by trying to maintenance themselves. That's the problem that only black people have. That's our culture. It may not be a part of your culture that you like. It may be a part of the culture that we could define as sellout, but that's still part of the culture. If they're a sellout, that don't mean they're not a part of the culture. They're sellout, they're snitches, there's thieves, but they're black. They're black. Just like black men try to go out there and wear fucking rocker jeans and goddamn tight ass Versace shirts and all of this bullshit. That's them trying to keep up with this. Look, I'm not dressed like a nigga. I'm not dressed like a nigga. I'm dressed like you, white man. I paid $1,500 for some pants. Paying $1,500 for some pants, that's a black thing, Pookie. Right. So now the people who do that, all of a sudden they shunned in the community? No. Because y'all love them goddamn rocker jeans, nigga.
Absolutely. Here comes Tony.
So when you make that statement right there, Swab, and I see y'all in the chat saying some stuff as well, I want you to understand that the sellout is just doesn't apply to black people. And it wasn't just that her hair was blonde, right? And it wasn't even in fact she had a weave, because everybody had a weave back in the day, or a wig, right? But blonde, the Asian sellout will do something like change her Olympus eyes, with eye surgery. The Mexican will put that American flag up. I was just watching a story how one of them became a border patrol member, and they found out he was actually born in Mexico, so he lost his citizenship and pretty much lost his money and was treated very bad when he had to go back to Mexico. They said, you spend all that time locking us up, now you back over here with us. He's kind of alienated in Mexico. This is recent. So sellout goes across the board. White people inject their lips in their booties right now, right? So you just have people admiring other culture, but what is going to be the defining moment of what defines what black codes, ethics, and morals are in this debate? And whoever defines that the best is probably going to win this discussion.
Domo in the motherfucking building.
What up, Domo? What's Bob?
What's good? What's good with y'all boys?
Same shit, man. Hanging in there like a motherfucker.
We out here, man. We out here.
Already.
Yeah. Hey, but to what Asad was just saying, man, I feel like that kind of creates issues because when I think that defining blackness creates certain issues because blackness looks different to black people. If you add, just like I think Suave asked, I don't know if it was Suave or Alexis, somebody was doing this to some Bible niggas. It was like, if you ask a nigga what it means, you gonna get, if you ask 3 different niggas what black means, you're gonna get 3 different answers.
Exactly. And that's why I say
but what you need to
that conversation is going to have the upper hand in this debate.
But I think that you don't have to choose between those 3. I think you have to ask 100 black people just to get a minor understanding of what black is. Because
but that's the point, though, Suave. That's the problem. In the context of what would be important for the debate, right? Because if you gotta ask 100 black people to kind of get a little bit of an understanding, that kind of speaks to that speaks to the multifaceted nature of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you speak into something that's multifaceted, and then you try to put a particular standard on it, then you limit what it is and how it works and what it looks like.
Like I say, you have to be careful putting that standard on it, because a lot of people, once they get uncomfortable, they're like, nah, that ain't nothing. That's us too. We got gays too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I said, like, we've all easily been around 100 black people to fucking know what black is. Yeah. Like, I'm talking as an outsider coming in. Okay, what is black? If I just walked up to 3 black people, I wouldn't get it. I will go home and try to blanket the whole community in that. No, you have to be in there. You have to be around there. You have to see instances. You have to see struggles. You have to see what people do when they up, down, left, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that, to me, when I look at that, it always goes back to the compensation of the inferiority that was put on us. Us trying to make us comfortable.
Watch this, Schwab, when you speak of comfortability. And Melanated Goddess, you'll appreciate this. You may live in the Midwest, and so you see a mixture of people daily. If I get you on a plane and we hop out and I tell the cab driver to drop us off on 144th and St. Nicholas, or better yet, just drop us off at Espionage Building. Some people are so, and this is black people. My cousin wouldn't get out the car, right? He was so scared of that many black people in one place, he wouldn't get out the car. I said, okay, you stay with the cab driver. I'm going to go inside so I can grab Gerald. He said, no. I said, well, somebody got to do something. This meter running up, B. You can't be scared. So he was so uncomfortable with being around that many black people in one setting, it really threw him off. And he finally adjusted. And then he started to understand what being black is and being around black people on a regular basis. Because if you're in, like, I'm in Colorado, I don't see nearly enough of us as I'm used to, right? And so it comes with living with black people, knowing the ethics and the morals and the standards of black people and what they strive to want to be, compared to somebody who's far removed from that world and you have a European mind state. And so when they start to talk about this topic, it's going to be very interesting how they define what those black ethics are.
So let me ask you something, Sar. What do you think when Khalid Muhammad and all them were screaming back in the day, screaming "Stay black, stay black"? What do you think they meant by that?
Well, you had a
in your opinion.
You had a lot of people in the Midwest, like interracial dating started to pop off real heavy. You know, groups like X-Clan started to pop off. I had talked to Minister Farrakhan when he came down here. You know, I even talked to like Wesley Muhammad. Me and him got in an argument about it. And what they were trying to say is stay rooted in your culture. You know, you're not rooted in your culture. Our dreams back then, a lot of us, was to go back to Africa. The new dream now is just to exist in America and keep some type of remnants of blackness. So it's different. Like I'm thinking about retiring in Gambia right now. Right now I got one of my accounts has 3 million in it, Gambian dollars, right? Another account would make me, you know, this over there. So that's how I'm thinking. And speaking of one of the language, like I'm halfway decent with Wolof, always have been. Most of you're thinking, yo, I'm probably gonna move to Arizona or somewhere where it's cheap. We're gonna chill out. I'm gonna have my, you know what I'm saying? That's your thought pattern. So the thinking is different.
No doubt. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like again, even with that shit, the problem that we run into is, and this is where I think Taz has a slight advantage, right? Because Anonymous is a nigga. Don't get it twisted. I definitely think Anonymous is a nigga, but yo, like that Bible shit gonna fuck you up.
Right, because that's Western thing. That's why I'm saying whoever. You know
but and not even and really more so from the perspective of, I know that Taz, like for example, Taz believes, and this is where he fucked me up, because like him and I agree on a lot of shit though. Like for example, even when you talk about that perception and that understanding of like how do we understand blackness, you can only understand it through experience. You got to experience being black. You can't describe that shit to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got to experience that shit. That means that that means that there is no, even though there's no blanket that you can put over it, at the end of the day, you feel me? There is a requirement that can create a understanding. Words can't properly put into context, you know what I'm saying, like certain experiences, which is why when you ask, like, well, explain it to me. Like, nah, nigga, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? A nigga be like, bro, tell me, like, nigga, what do you, I can't even say it. You gotta come with me. I can't even describe what's happening right now. You gotta come with me. You feel me? That's what being black is. Taz, it's like an expression. His philosophy, his ideology is situated in that. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to morality and all those other things, he's gonna filter that question through that, like through that understanding. When you're talking about morality with Anonymous, you're talking about the Bible. Like, ain't nowhere else to go. You feel like you're uniquely talking about the Bible, because even when you talk to these niggas about the importance of the Bible, a moral code, a standard to live by, is one of the key reasons why niggas fuck with. Even outside of, you know what I'm saying, the cultural, historical narratives associated with it, when it comes down to that, niggas need to know how to act. that's where that conversation is situated. So it'll be interesting. I mean, like I said, you know, Anonymous, he a nigga, so he can have that conversation. But it's just like, how do you do that in a way where that Bible shit don't start to permeate too much of the conversation, and it gets lost on the blackness and the importance of the blackness. You know what I mean? Because, you know, niggas would be quick to try to be like, well, it's that from it's the same thing. It's black. It's like, you about to try to prove some shit that you this ain't that debate. You feel me? Like, I understand what you're saying, but then don't put yourself in that position.
So who you got winning?
You said what?
Who you got winning just off of the wheel, knowing the title and the discussion and that mentality?
You low, Swab. You low.
Oh, my bad. I took my fucking info now. I said, my check. Yeah, who you got winning just off of knowing, you know, they arguments, their mentality in the title?
Oh man, I don't know yet. I don't want to speak on it yet. I want to sit on it. I want to sit on it. Yeah. I want to sit on it. I mean, because it's not nothing to be. I mean, I want to give both of them their respect. You know what I mean? And if I'm gonna give my analysis, you know, when you watching the cable show, the debate, the sport debate shows, nigga, you really don't get your predictions till the week before the game. You feel me?
Yeah, but I hate sports. You know what I'm saying? We black.
Yeah, no.
No, but I think okay, yours would carry more weight. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm just saying, hey, this is the title. I think I'm not gonna win. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I'm a person. Yeah, right. I'm a person.
Yeah, and they gonna call me a hater. They gonna call me a hater when I spit mine. So go ahead, no more.
Nah. You know, I'll piss a nigga off for mine. So I ain't gonna do it just yet.
Hey,
I ain't gonna do it just yet.
You put it up.
But I mean, but when I think of the word, like the language of the topic, you know what I'm saying, like when we talking through these things, like I think that conversation of morality, I'm immediately curious as to where Anonymous plans to go because of his Bible background. Now he may do some shit where he'd be like, I'm a flex on you niggas. I ain't talking about no Bible shit. He could do that. That's why I don't want to give no prediction yet, because you know a nigga can get up there and say whatever the fuck he want to say to prove his
accuracy. I just care about the content. Like you can be wrong.
Here's something to put on your mind, right? Bill Cosby called out the ethics of the black community. And he did it in a way that some people felt it was unkind. But in all honesty, he's telling you what's popping. He's telling you what to, like, look, if you're gonna be
Bill Cosby was telling niggas to pull their pants up. Bro.
Yeah,
like,
but that's part of the black community, because we the only people got to compensate for being handed down our big brother's pants and not having them hemmed up. That's something we need to compensate for that. That's black.
Listen.
Right, yeah, because me growing up, I'm in middle school, to me that was being black.
Yeah,
that's how I felt. In the building.
And that's why I'm saying this, because you have to understand Bill Cosby went and did that, and the black community damn near crucified him. And hardly any of us
righteously so.
Yeah, hardly any of us stood up when, you know, he made statements concerning those ethics and morals. In fact, Sa Netter was like, when the said this and that, and so even, you know, it hit home.
I mean, but I think it's all about timing. Go ahead,
no, fuck timing. It's as simple as this, bro. Culture evolves. One of the most annoying things is listening to an old nigga talk about rap music and a young nigga talk about rap. You feel me?
Correct.
The older generation is always gonna say this is the way that it was supposed to be done. But let's believe that it was a generation before them that was saying that about them.
But let's put it in perspective, because we're not talking about entertainment. We talking about dressing. Like how you wear pants correctly has always been the correct way to wear pants. Nobody has ever had that problem. But it's
never made a difference. It's never made a difference. No matter how you wear them, it's never made a difference. And that's where Bill Cosby was wrong at.
That's an argument, but I know who has.
I mean, but
But who had real older people in their real life that told them pull their pants up, or was known to tell kids pull their pants up? That's just a reflection of the black thought. Like, pull your pants up. It's just the fact that he did it publicly, and he was somebody with influence. Niggas felt the way, but so what?
The problem was when niggas told him to pull his motherfucking pants up and stay the fuck away from white holes. Niggas got mad. You want me to stop sagging, but get your ass out them white bitches.
I think it was more like people was like, "How dare you just come out the blue talking something like, where you been, nigga?" I'm just saying that's how people where I'm from feel like, "Where you been, nigga?" Like, bro, Bill Cosby haven't been speaking. I mean, go ahead, Tomo.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the pathology. It's not that he told niggas to pull their pants up. It's how you pathologize black people down to the issue of pulling their fucking pants. It's what pulling your pants up means in the context of what black men are representing today. That's what that is. Because you best believe that you got niggas that CEOs running Fortune companies that nigga in the 90s was rocking the fuck out, spiked hair, big pants, you know what I'm saying? But because they was white, that didn't define everything that they would and could be. Exactly. Black men end up put in positions to where, oh, if you sag, that means you got this type of mentality. That means you this type of person. That means
but
like
people did express that though. White people did express that to them. White people did express, look at you. They did.
They expressed it. I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yes, they expressed a dislike of what they were seeing, right? But at the same time,
celebration of it. There was also a celebration of it.
Well, I mean, let's be for real.
Okay,
you had how long did it take? Because when Taz say we talk about the celebration of it, hip hop wasn't, for example, we talking about mainstream shit. And when we talking about white people shit specifically, we talking about mainstream shit. It's a reason why Marilyn Manson could go on TV accepting awards, looking like he's straight out of the devil's asshole, and they didn't want niggas, and they didn't want niggas, you know what I'm saying, dressed in hood attire, picking up their Grammys.
Man, when they ever tell niggas they couldn't wear no hood attire to get their Grammys?
No, they didn't air it, bro. They didn't broadcast.
They didn't show that
shit on TV.
They was mad at him.
I know I heard that.
Like, man, Will Smith, like we talking about wholesome ass Will Smith, nigga. Like he ain't like, nah, y'all not gonna, like we ain't going if y'all not gonna put us on TV. Like what the fuck? Y'all gonna give us all awards during the commercial?
Right.
What kind of shit is that?
That's when we
and we wearing y'all shit. That's the crazy part about it to me. Yeah. Like when a white boy wearing Dickies, he's a construction worker. When a nigga wear Dickies, he's gangster as fuck. Like
I mean, the sagging spoke specifically to a generation, and I thought that was problematic because it was more beating down that generation instead of giving them some type of, you know,
nigga, they sagging the skinny jeans. They sagging skinny jeans.
Yeah, the problem came with this. It was gel attire to begin with, and the method of gel attire from the
and like, bro, you ain't never.
Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's gel attire. That's bullshit.
Because niggas from the jail did not take that street.
That's my partner Hollywood and them. They would come out. We'd be like, "Oh, you a punk?"
Nah, man, niggas was trying to show off their designer boxers and drawers. That's why niggas was sagging.
Sagging came from.
I'm just saying that's one of them.
Sagging came from sagging before niggas was going to jail. And telling niggas, I ain't never heard a nigga from jail tell a nigga on the outside how to dress. Niggas just not getting slams on the outside.
Never. Niggas from jail.
Niggas get out of jail and come and gap.
So this what like when I hear the gang, when I hear the gang reach the streets, it's more laws. I hear like organizational laws. The whole sagging thing came from getting your big brother pants and they not fitted. That's how you did that shit. You busted like that.
Because if you had your big
motherfucking hand,
that belt
you gotta that
belt was tight to the plug and above your belly button. That's where the Urkel thing came from.
Or you don't have a belt. Or you don't have a belt.
Yeah, man. When different groups came out with the line of boxes, man, they was sagging even more, man, just to show the name off.
Yeah, that's that
shit.
That's
you know,
I remember
exactly.
But you also got niggas saying that shit. You gotta have bigger pants to hold your pistol. You can't have no tight ass pants and be strapped, nigga. What you mean?
And yeah, that's why all I'm saying is when it comes to sagging, the shit got multiple reasons why niggas be sagging.
The gangster in California made it famous. So, and it's because they was in and out of prison.
Man, Chris Cross made that shit fun, nigga.
Yeah, and some niggas was sagging because they want to be hot on their pants look high waters, nigga. Some niggas sag because they pants look high waters.
Another bad
was wearing oversized pants because it looked dope when we was gay. It allowed us to do certain stuff. That's why we got the diaper pants and or the parachute pants, as y'all call them. We call them diaper.
The hammer pants.
We call them hammer pants.
We call them hammer
parachute.
We call them the diaper pants. Maybe like, yo, he looked like he took a shit in them joints. And Kid and Play had them joints on, like the Alibaba joints.
But look, but the problem is this though. Everybody gives credit to you. Just said Hammer. You just said them. The Kid and Play. Now, if you look at Puma, what LL did with that, you look at what Run DMC did. Why is it soon as we get to fucking sagging, niggas got to come with some jail story?
Because you
right.
Your butt, and
that shit is ridiculous. Nah, man.
Well, let's be for real. Nah, sorry. And this is where
I want you to hit it. That's the facts.
Nah, and this is
where
fuck
out of here with that.
That's not a fact, bro. I've been there.
And this is where Cosby fucked up. That's the pathologization. You automatically attach jail. You automatically attach prison. It's not the other way around. It's not that the origins came from prison. It's that because it's black people doing it, the origins must come from jail.
Listen,
I got niggas. I got family that's been in jail my whole fucking life. Their parents was always tucked in.
Yeah, I always had that belt on.
Let me finish that. Hold on. Their parents was always tucked in. Clothes always folded. Jail niggas are the neatest niggas, specifically when they get out of jail. You can't tell me that jail niggas taught niggas how to dress, how to wear their clothes hanging off of them. When them niggas literally betting a press, nigga, I'm talking about I learned how to crease my pants, nigga.
Yeah.
From my niggas in jail.
But niggas know how to crease up their pants with no iron, nigga, in jail.
Because construction workers, you wasn't imitating no construction worker. You was imitating a gangster who just came from jail who still was wearing khakis. So you started to crease them pants like shark skins with a bunch of starch on them. And when they start to sag them, guess what? You did the same thing. You
start sagging them don't sag, bro. What are you talking about? When you got the state flow, you can't sag and starch.
They handed you down some khakis.
What you talking about? You could definitely sag and starch. Where the hell you? Where have you?
Hey, listen. You ain't starching your pants.
You ain't trying to get no wrinkles in your starch pants, bro.
You talking about you sagging and starch pants? You tripping?
You ain't put no wrinkles in your starch pants,
Right. Have you seen jeans that come from the cleaners, nigga?
Yeah, you trying to cut through the rain one.
You ain't about to fuck that up if you the one iron.
Man, but even hold on, listen. That's what I'm saying. I was raised by drug dealers. I know what fucking
Who was it? My dad took his money and started Eastway. But listen, don't tell me about no drug dealing family.
But you talking about the respect about white people.
Goofy, you got a goddamn movie about my friends.
You talking about niggas who said,
that is us.
If you know, act like you know, nigga. If you know, act like you know. What the fuck you talking about? Why the fuck you talking about niggas sag their pants because of jail? Nigga, fuck is you talking about? Don't tell me you know. But then you talking about white people shit. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about?
Maybe
you ain't gonna tell me because you wasn't even born when they first started sagging. We was around when it first came. So how you gonna tell me the history?
Act like you know. Act like you know. Act like you know, nigga. What you talking about?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Old nigga don't mean you can't say no stupid shit.
Just because you old, back out your mouth and listen because you ain't been there.
Just like Bill Cosby.
But you trying to tell me what we saw, nigga. You didn't even exist.
You wanted some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's Bill Cosby was on some bullshit.
And you don't know what the fuck you talking about. That's why we put you in make-believe world. But niggas like me was there. You was never there. Because you wasn't born, nigga. Don't tell us when you wasn't even there. You didn't even fucking exist. How you gonna tell us how we dressed when you wasn't there?
Hey, that don't change the fact that you was on some bullshit. That don't change the fact that you on bullshit.
You on dumb shit. Just like, you don't know what you talking about.
I wasn't alive when Bill Cosby was alive. I wasn't alive when Bill Cosby was saying whatever.
But that ain't making it alive. It makes your dumb ass say no. You wasn't here. You ain't all Bill Cosby.
You pathologizing black people to prison, nigga.
No, stupid bitch. You wearing this shit that niggas wear in prison the way they wear it. They didn't put an analogy to it.
We can get disrespectful.
Now you know where it came from.
We can get disrespectful, pussy. Bitch. You talking about stupid shit, pussy.
Bitch.
What you talking about?
Bitch, I'm telling you how it goes, because you don't know the
Hey,
wasn't there.
Oh, pussy. It don't matter if I wasn't there.
Young pussy.
I know what you
gonna finger pop you, you gonna
know what you doing.
This motherfucker can handle it. You gonna finger pop, I know what you doing in the bed, you young nigga.
Talking about?
You right there. You don't know you didn't exist.
White people shit. Talking about, it was prison.
White people shit.
They got that shit from prison.
No,
they got that
shit. Yeah, you wrong on this one, Asar. You're dead wrong on this one, Asar. You're dead wrong, Asar. No, Asar, man, you're dead wrong.
Talking points, nigga. Talking about they got it from prison, nigga.
Get you wasn't there. Who's Sickle?
Fuck you mean?
You don't even know who Sickle is, stupid bitch.
You mean?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Give a fuck, nigga. You old and stupid. And you old and stupid, pussy.
You a young bitch.
You a stupid pussy.
You a young stupid bitch.
You a old stupid pussy.
You a young stupid bitch.
You are old stupid pussy, nigga.
Stupid bitch. We'll smack you on your ass.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas come on here with these white people talking about, you were young.
Buy me a drink,
you were young. And you speaking like a cracker. You speaking like a cracker, nigga.
Take your young ass.
Keep your cracker talking points. Keep your cracker talking points. We good.
What you mean, cracker?
Keep your cracker talking points. We good. Keep your cracker talking points. We good.
White boy came on here and thought you was a Mexican. He thought you was Latino.
Listen to this clown. Listen to this clown.
What are you talking about?
Listen, he thought you was a Mexican. I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's how stupid you are, nigga. And you sound like a white man, nigga.
You don't know the
fuck you mean
about you wasn't.
And you sound like a white man, nigga.
And the shit wasn't like that, stupid bitch.
Like a white man.
Correcting your young
everybody on here saying, nigga, you wrong. Niggas did not start sagging from prison.
What the fuck he talking about neither? He your age.
Motherfucker, I was around, Asar. I was around, Asar. You wrong, Asar. I was around, man. I was around, man.
We got it from prison. They started sagging because of jail. They started calling them because of jail. They started calling.
I'm 41.
Because of jail, nigga.
47.
Cocker, nigga. Give a fuck, nigga. Bitch ass nigga talking about. I know.
So here's the thing, though, man. So here's the thing.
Nigga.
I do know. That's why I'm telling you.
I ain't even gonna use myself for example. Hold on for a second. Hold on, because this is what's important. This is how you clear this type of shit up, though. Y'all calm down, nigga. This is how you clear this type of shit up. Asar, bro, listen. When your family came home from prison, nigga, did your family come home gay?
Some of them motherfuckers did, yeah.
But no, you ain't never heard
that's where you got your understanding from.
You can't lie. Some black folks came out gay. And right now they pushing the gay agenda.
You ain't never heard again your brother.
But don't you think you putting the umbrella over everybody?
What?
Why can't it be niggas with the jail sagging, Asar?
Because they ain't let him finish, bro. Till the newer generation, motherfuckers was.
Nah, man. So I was around, man. Niggas was sagging for multiple reasons, man. If your mama bought your pants too short, you'll sag the motherfucker so you won't be hot water. I'm just saying.
The niggas saying that you sag in starched pants, bro. He's saying that you sag in starched pants.
That's where the poop.
Nah, man. You had that shit up on your waist. Come on, Asar, man. Asar, you tripping.
Watch this.
Like niggas, everybody say niggas came home. Like to the T, nigga.
Niggas start wearing khakis, and Mexicans came around with that khaki and Pendleton dress. That was not our dress initially. We got it from them. Let's be very clear. Now, you didn't even start.
He about to go on a whole other tangent about some whole other shit. This is how the nigga just be like going in on irrelevant shit, nigga.
No, this
the nigga just wrong.
This is shit you was trying to bring out.
This nigga just wrong, period.
No,
you said that sagging came. You said sagging came from jail niggas. They learned how to sag in jail.
Yeah, it's the fact.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit.
Bro, nigga, hey, bro, I don't know where you got that shit from, Asar, but nigga, sagging in jail is not an invitation, nigga. A nigga will beat your motherfucking ass, nigga. You tripping, bro.
He got that shit from white people. He got that shit from white people.
I'm talking about from being there. I've been
a black person said it and we're discussing when he said it. You don't know what the fuck you talking about once.
Right, and I'm telling you, I've been in jails and I've been in prison.
That's some bullshit,
some bullshit, bro. And nigga will let you have it over some shit like that, bro. Like, you ain't finna just walk up on nobody like you sagging, bro. What's up?
Like, his whole
that
politics.
Shit how it works, bro.
Like, you know, his whole politics.
Now you done get the whole scenario with it. No one said you just walk up and grab their ass. We telling you the culture of the sissies in the prison. I've been to Sally Port.
According to you, sagging has something to do with that.
All that. So I already know what it is. You understand? I'm just telling you where the culture.
But you can't, bro. Because I'm telling you, having been to prison, bro.
You came into the Latino.
You don't understand that you're gonna catch staph in that bitch being there.
I'm telling you right now.
You get staph infection, bro.
You what?
For real.
You what?
If you dirty in jail, nigga, you likely to catch a staph infection, bro. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? A staph infection in jail? What the fuck is you talking about?
Nigga, it means be clean, nigga. You clean up after yourself.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Bro. So you think niggas getting the best medical treatment in jail?
What do that have to do with our conversation? Get back on track. What the fuck
are you talking about? He's saying niggas ain't sloppy in jail. I don't know. Niggas ain't sloppy. He's saying niggas is put together in jail. That's what he's saying.
I just don't know where
you putting a negative connotation on niggas, man.
Like, I done heard people saying that shit before, but I think you got to stop saying that shit, bro. Considering that 66% of us go through there one time in our lifetime, according to the data. I think you might want to be careful when you're saying that about black men, bro. Like 2/3 of us pass through that system at least once. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, bro, you're not giving us much to work with.
No, it's just, if we're talking about a fashion statement, you've turned it into a whole nother dichotomy. We're talking about where sagging came from, not what happens to you as
right, and you were attached to jail, bro.
That's different. You turn the whole conversation.
No, you attached to jail.
No, you just said that. I'm talking about where sagging came from. So get on point, because right now you're off topic. It has nothing to do with it.
So people like Bill Cosby and my grandmother and people from that age, they always had a problem with sagging.
Exactly.
After them, it came from jail talking point. My grandma never said shit about it came from jail. She didn't like it, period. Right. It's these people who wanted to stop us from doing it, who came up with a bogus ass talking point that didn't work. See what I'm saying? So it never worked. All it is just a false dynamic to throw on black people. You got to stop saying that shit.
That's not true.
It's very true. It's absolutely true, bro.
I was trying to point out, if you try to come outside for church, because you had to go to church, if you try to go outside and you wasn't wearing the right shit, every black parent would snatch you up like, boy, you better get this, and you would get your shit right immediately.
I remember niggas sagging in church, man. This was 91, man.
Yeah, that's young days, man. That's, yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. Niggas, I mean,
you talking about after it's already implemented. In the 90s, it was implemented. NWA really blew it up.
Nah, man. Most times them niggas had their pants up on their waist, man.
That wasn't sagging, nigga.
Bro, that's what. He just said NWA was sagging, bro. He said NWA was sagging, bro. He just said NWA was sagging, bro. He just said NWA was sagging, bro.
Easy
done. He done.
Come out,
He done.
come out, hit that joint. Easy E and them was sagging, B. If you, where's that Ice Cube? We'll pull up Ice Cube concert, B. Ice Cube sagging in the joint. Ice Cube got it in his lyrics. What you talking about? Once you see NWA,
that one in the 80s.
Give me the lyrics.
That's my point. And we
Give me the lyrics.
Oh man.
Start to see that the cats coming out of prison. All the shit, sudden that shit picked up. Like I said, the original Crips and Bloods, they wasn't dressing like that. It was not dressing like that. That's a fact. So when we start to see it, and then, like I said, as soon as NWA hit,
I'm looking at these pictures. I'm trying to see where NWA is sagging. I'm not saying that they never sagged. I'm sure there was a time
NWA didn't sag, man.
Like they didn't sag. I know for a fact NWA wasn't sagging.
Ice Cube was always sagging, so I don't know what fact you
say. Ice Cube was always sagging.
The Muslim brother.
Yeah, man, that nigga tripping.
And it's matter of fact,
it's just like Chad said, Chris Cross and a lot of these groups was doing this shit,
like,
man.
Nigga, you just said these Crips and these Bloods wasn't sagging.
Nissan trucks,
when did they start? When did they start sagging? Sorry. When did everybody start sagging?
When did they start sagging?
Yeah,
the Great Recession.
They, like.
That's good lying ass. Yeah,
you talking about lying ass, nigga. We caught you in several lies.
What year, bro?
When did they start sagging?
When
did they start sagging?
Does anybody on there look like they sagging? Does anybody on there look like they sagging?
The white cameraman.
Does anybody on there look like they sagging?
Are you showing anybody's back?
Hell nah, man. Them niggas got their britches.
Man, you can tell them sagging.
Look at their waist. Look at their waistline. You know, we see he's right there.
He's dumb.
Who sagged from the front?
He's dumb.
That was racist.
Nigga said who sagged from the front.
It's gonna be over in aisle 26. Right where that other gentleman.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't ready, bro. You don't even know what's going on. Another bad creation was sagging, and Chris Cross was wearing their clothes backwards, nigga. And motherfuckers did both. You're a dumbass.
Chris Cross wore big clothes and
no, Chris Cross wore.
Everybody wore.
No. Think about what that means. That's why they sagged. Their clothes was too fucking big.
I'm saying. I was a victim of it, bro.
On purpose, and they were pushing that element because we did it when we was dancing. Chris Cross.
Hold on, time out. So you did it when you were dancing, or you did it in jail? Hold on. So did you do it when you was dancing, or did you do it in jail?
When we was dancing, they wore their pants backwards.
Okay. So niggas didn't start sagging because of jail, right? All right. So you sounded stupid. We moving on.
Because they wasn't really sagging when we was dancing. They were just baggy. The difference. So we had the belts on to keep them up.
Yo, you killing yourself, Asar. Damn.
Dope. That's my point. And
he's dumb. Right. He don't even know. He's a dead body.
NWA wore they pants waist high, bro. You ain't gonna see them
sagging. Is that outright front street sagging, bro?
Oh, let me show it right here. Let me get the joint. Another so once again, you in the 90s.
Boots and sagging and all that.
You in the 90s, right?
That's when it started.
Yeah, that's when wearing baggy shit and big shit was popular.
Exactly.
They come out no damn jailhouse.
You still wasn't showing your ass because your shirt was a hand-me-down too, and your shirt was big and it covered your ass. That wasn't us. Even when we was sagging, we weren't showing our drawers.
Nah.
Right.
And ABC got that from fucking BBD.
They upgraded
got that shit from BBD.
You know what I'm saying?
When the shit was catching.
No, you know what happened? Them gay Italian clothing designers, which they always do, start marketing that shit. You know?
No, it was. I can't even blame them, bro. I blame these niggas, bro, wanting to show that.
That's who told Chris Cross to them to do that shit.
They know it. Let them
Because
we wasn't there. They know we don't. All right, go ahead. Now let's go to the original NWA cover because dude on the first joint, he can't even get his goddamn pants all the way out. And they high waters. He doing the Urkel.
Man, you know, a lot of them rappers wearing tight jeans in the 80s, man.
My point. My point. You know, but whatever. Let them make up what they gonna say. Let them say what they gonna say.
They wasn't sagging, but all right, go ahead.
Cover up, bro. Yeah, so you playing around, bro. Like where's Too Short sagging? Where's Big Daddy Kane? And you know what I'm saying? Them niggas like
that. But Big Daddy Kane
back didn't nobody dressed like
scrapping them would be
most of them niggas back then dressed like they daddy, man. You know it.
There go your man right there. Right on the front. Them Jones sag. You gotta
man, them niggas, man, you can see his goddamn driver's license number through the side of his face. Come on, bro.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm telling you.
Hey, bro, you gotta stop, man. Nigga, you gotta stop.
Hold on, go to Wu-Tang Clan.
Then he took that shit down quick as hell. You see everybody in that motherfucking game tight as hell, young as shit.
All the way up on their waist. All the way up on their waist.
Nigga, we was really wearing what was fashionable in the 80s and the 90s. Nigga, that's our generation. We know when the fuck niggas.
That's whose generation? How old are you?
Nigga, that's when we was living.
How old are you?
We was operating in them.
How old are you?
Nigga, we was operating.
How old are you?
In what year, nigga? What are you talking about?
Are you in your 30s?
Nigga, were you sagging in the 80s?
Nigga, I was a teenager at this time, nigga.
Were you sagging in the 80s, nigga? I was a teenager when
not at all in the 80s.
Because it wasn't popping, nigga. That's why.
Exactly. Right. You already said that, dummy.
You said NWA was sagging, dummy. You said NWA was sagging.
Hold on. So the question becomes though, then who came out of prison sagging, influencing who?
Asar.
Right.
I didn't come out sagging. I wasn't one of them. Now,
answer the question. Because look, hold on. I'm going to
tell you out here how it happened. Michael Asbury from the 30s came out.
Asbury.
Yeah. Hold on, did he say in the 30s? Hold on. Go ahead. Start over again.
This nigga went back to
yeah,
he about to John Coltrane days, man.
I'm sorry.
Right? Michael Asbury came out here from the 30s. He was pretty much one of the first people to start pushing his pants down.
What year was that?
Man, we know slaves didn't have no goddamn belts and slaves was sagging.
What year was that?
No, I think he said from the 30s, not in the 30s.
Not in the 30s. You talking about from the 30s, like the streets and all the areas. What year was that?
Talking about the Crips.
Yeah. What year was that?
Let me finish. Mike was in the paper when he first came out here.
What year was that, nigga? It's a filibustering ass nigga, bro.
So when he's in here,
I can't do it, bro. Fuck no.
And when you put him in the paper, shut your talking ass because you usually long with out here, and he comes about 89. They put it in the paper because they started to shift gang members who were in LA that would come out of prison on a particular program to Colorado and some of the smaller surrounding states. This is how your gang issue starts to spread concerning Crips and Bloods. Right, he comes out here, formulates the Crips out here, and then one of his other partners, I don't know if it was Knife or what.
It's okay. We keep going.
Knife or Alex from Black Hole Posse. I can't even remember which one did it. They started the Grape Street out here. So then,
what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Yeah,
so John Asbury.
Yeah, man, you done took us around the mulberry bush, man. Come
on. Around the time of even before Colors, you see them wearing their pants like that. Nobody really feeling it. When Colors comes out, all these motherfuckers start dressing like that. And then Psych Mike, all of a sudden his clique went from about 5 to about 100, and then them motherfuckers.
Colors came out in 88, nigga.
Exactly. 88.
Your man didn't get out of jail to 89.
Good to go, nigga. Time frame.
No, nigga, you said color. Nigga, you said they was doing this.
I said around 89, bitch. What the fuck is the problem?
Nigga. Now I gotta be a bitch.
So we talk about as usual.
Now I gotta be a bitch because you don't know what you talking about.
Look, niggas in colors is just like the niggas in
motherfucking Beach Street, nigga.
Well, I gotta be a nigga.
Beach Street, yeah. Niggas in colors is just like niggas in Beach Street.
What you talking about? This is shit that I know.
Right, niggas. Bro, that's what I'm saying. These niggas
what did Lee's mom say to his
niggas was dressing like Boogaloo.
Yeah, motherfuckers wasn't saying street like that. What's
you proving
he tried to leave the house? Mom said, "Eat your eggs before I break your legs." And what you got on, boy? Smacked him in his head. So you lying?
Hold on. Is that when it was sagging?
Yes. Hold on. Because that's what I'm saying. The way that the breakdancers dress, the way the niggas dressed in the 80s, they talk shit about that too. The way the niggas dressed in the 70s, they talk shit about that too.
Popping off. But we wasn't like pants wasn't dropping off the ass.
It wasn't sagging in colors. Nigga, that was honestly nigga that was dressing like Mexican gangbangers.
I just said that earlier.
Nigga, Michael Jordan made draws commercial. Nigga, so what? Nigga, we got that.
Start showing you the ass.
If you don't know,
Assad dead, bro. He dead. He dead. Yeah, he dead. He dead.
See, don't mind trying to.
Now let me tell y'all who did it mainstream. Tupac.
No.
Yes.
I mean, again,
I remember Dow's Effects. I remember Dow's Effects sagging.
Rex and
all these old groups.
No.
Oh,
remember, I already said
before Pop.
Okay, well, show me that. Cause I don't remember.
Riley sagging.
I don't remember like sagging. Like I already said.
BD was sagging.
No, but like I
already remember
said.
TLC.
Like TLC
as well.
TLC was sagging.
But like I already said, y'all got it. My bad,
Jack
y'all.
Swing. Go to New Jack Swing. That's when they niggas really wilding up.
Man, niggas weren't showing their draws to Tupac, man.
80s, 90s.
That's the thing, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'm pointing you to where I remember because it was cool to do and where it started at.
And Naughty by Nature. Don't forget Naughty by Nature.
By 94, niggas rapping about it, bro.
Mm.
Like,
Where did you say? Where did you? Oh, you said Chris Rock.
Hey,
Anon. Who lyrics is this? America's nightmare, dragging and strutting, sagging and strutting.
Ice Cube. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, nigga.
Talk to him, Cube. I told you, Cube.
No, nigga. That's Seabolt, nigga.
Oh,
94.
Bald-head nut.
Is that Seabolt, nigga? America's nightmare.
I thought that was Spice One.
that's the whole West Coast shit. I know who mine that is.
Kitchen. Yeah, 94, bro. That's what I'm saying. By 94, niggas rapping this shit now, though.
Okay.
That's fact. I think Bone Thugs was doing it in 93.
Around that range, it's all over with. You know what I'm saying?
I think 93, 94. I can't say. I know it ain't come out of prison.
Crisscross wasn't showing their draws though.
I think 93, 94. I don't know. Niggas 93, 94, 95 niggas is definitely showing draws.
Crisscross was tucking their shit in. That's what I'm talking about. When the niggas start getting naked and it was okay, man.
I don't know about all that. I don't know niggas started getting naked. That had to be like 2005 or some shit.
The sagging I see today,
yeah, that shit is dead.
I went to Kroger and see a nigga out there sell his CD. This nigga like, his edge is at the bottom of his boxes.
Yeah, I seen a nigga like that with some skinny jeans. I was like, what the fuck?
Orthodox more in the building. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is just, that's what I'm saying. This shit now, this is the clothing designers doing this shit, bro. This is the clothing designers giving these niggas these clothes. These niggas don't know how to dress, man. They just go to the store and pick what's matched up. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I believe it was a conversation for your clothes being too big. We always made shit stylish. Then of course it crossed over with shit like crisscross, this, that, and the other. When we got into the thugs, because the thugs, the niggas who took their shirt off. Everybody else had their shirt on. The thugs wanted you to see their muscles and their tattoos. When they started sagging, that's when shit got fucked up.
Thank you for shout out to Home Depot.
Shout out to Home Depot. I gotta get a shed for that motherfucker.
Revenue.
Orthodox more in the building. What's good, man? I heard you been
You know, this child avatar. Why does that fuck thing with us? Why do you think so? Oh, sorry.
No, I said once you gave sagging, which went below the waistline, to niggas who didn't wear shirts because they wanted to show off their tattoos and muscles, that's when shit got disturbing. Because the other niggas, they will wear their shit below the waistline, but their shirt will go well below the waistline also. So once you take the shirt out the equation, now you got ass cheeks and dick prints, and that's just not manly.
Yes, I've never seen that. I guess maybe it's me not wanting to see it. That yeah,
my man, that's what's up.
For real, I know niggas overdo it, but it's like a glance thing. Like you just know they overdoing it, but I ain't looking to see how much they overdoing it.
Don't believe the thing about the new Jack Swing.
That's what I don't know. Yeah, that shit got old and boring, man. Niggas want to do something different with that shit. That's why the Trino be like it is. Like motherfuckers sat around and listen all this finger tapping and shit. But like, nah, point at the nigga you talking about, nigga.
Ain't
shit they got to do.
I do know this, nigga. We not seeing NWA and sagging like they
bro.
Mexican bangers, bro. Like they had the oversized top, like Swab was saying. You saw the oversized shirts and oversized coats. I mean but that's West Coast for real all day anyway.
Niggas was packing sawed-off shotguns and shit on the West Coast.
Niggas have big ass coats to put their guns in.
Yeah.
That's what niggas was really doing. Like niggas was doing this in 7th grade. Niggas was doing this in 7th grade, 5th grade.
Here go Ice Cube right here. Ollie, 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 out come free. Here come the G. I'm sagging and enter the dragon like Bruce Lee.
All right.
So we got that idea.
All right.
So we have
Let's go 8-9.
Yeah, we got that. Wait, hold on, fam. Yeah, we got that title for the finals. Taz versus motherfucking Anon. The GOAT, the Rook versus, what the fuck is Anon? The comeback player of the year, the Black Jedi, man, the Tank's Tank. I said it. August 1st, man, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should black leaders focus on changing the moral standards of the black community? Once again, for the people in the back, S.V.D.L, that's on the Vision Debate League. Anonymous Hebrew versus Taz the GOAT, August 1st, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The title is, should black leaders, because Domo trying to make sure y'all don't hear the title. I don't know why. But it's, should black leaders focus on changing the moral standards of the black community? And somebody was smart about putting black.
I don't want nobody to hear that shit. Fuck that. I was trying to fuck that
up. fuck your couch, nigga.
No bullshit. I thought I was on mute. When I thought I was on mute, I'm buying all this moving shit. But hey, Anonymous, I gotta ask, bro. I gotta ask. From the standpoint of morality, will you be utilizing the mic? No, not at all. No, hell no.
I will.
Okay.
S.V.D.L, baby.
Look. This is what I say about Taz. This is what I say about Taz. You gotta be careful of him. He gonna study you. Mm-hmm. And he gonna figure out what you willing to say and what you not willing to say. I know, and he gonna push. He gonna figure out what you where you willing to go and where you not willing to go. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know what so, though? I shouldn't say I'm not gonna be anybody. I gotta be careful.
Yep. Now listen. Hey, nah, listen. Hey, nah, listen to me. Hold on, hey, nah, listen to me now. The clock just started for me, right? Yeah. You down one, bro.
I know.
That was a down one right there, bro.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga said, nah, I use it about. He said, well, I can't say I'm not using. Okay, thank you. Nah, that was a wild ass question from Domo.
That's a great question, I think.
No, but it was wild because you didn't expect it.
I kind of did. I'm having fun right now. Like,
oh, okay. Well, I'm looking at y'all like.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When it comes to Taz, I don't give a fuck about nothing said on this panel.
Click. Let's go live. Hey, people, peace. Hey, that's where that shit matter. All right, okay, I got you. That's how I am too, bro. That's how I am too.
I know who the fuck I'm fighting. Hey, but to Taz credit though, I give him this. What he said in the Taylor, he not back to switch it up.
Yeah, Taz is like 99% that, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, he not gonna show his hand. He gonna hit at his hand. Like now that we had the debate and think about back to things that were said previously, he gonna hit at his hand. So, but he not gonna. He ain't like these other niggas is gonna be like, I don't believe none of this shit right now. None of that shit matters before what I said. Yeah, what's the topic of this debate though? He ain't gonna do that though.
So how sure y'all about understanding the opponent's argument? Taz, how well do you believe you understand Anon's and Anon? How well do you think you understand Taz? Are y'all like cool, or do y'all think once you get to the debate, it's gonna be like, oh, this what the fuck he talking about?
I mean, I don't think it has any other way but to be that. I mean, I think it's cut and dry, but the road that we're going to take to get to that end route is, it's unpredictable.
Very convoluted.
Where the fuck this nigga going? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because like with me, I intend for him to get on my road and come and track me down, no matter where I'm going. And it's the same for me. I'll be tracking from the start.
So this will be one of those The argument is there, but you both will be working on your PowerPoint down to the last second.
I mean, you know, I was. I don't know if you remember, I was making another slide.
Yes, I
and,
do. When
I
y'all
got
was
email.
in the back, y'all was in the back. He was like, "Oh, I said this crazy, Dad. It's crazy, bro." Like, but I know that I work. I know that I touch my shit up before the debate. Like, you will have catch me on my. I don't have no time limit when I stop working on my PowerPoint. But
I might be working on my shit in the open, nigga. Like, if I hear you say some shit, if I hear you say some shit,
I'm doing that shit all season, sliding.
Yeah, I slide some shit in the middle.
See, and this is why transhumanism is good. Because if you get them cranial jacks, your mind. If you get them cranial jacks, you can hook your brain up right to your computer, and you can be doing PowerPoint.
Just make that shit come through. And I don't want nobody to be able to hack my shit. That's my thing.
Oh man, what shit?
I got another question for the debaters though.
The only two this season.
To y'all, what? Yeah, nigga.
Only two. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, nigga. I'm talking to y'all.
I mean, but everybody here's a debater. So if you want to be distinctive about the final two, you don't make the distinction. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta understand, Domo's mind, so he's talking about the debaters who matter.
No, Taz just want to let us know we ain't shit. He just want to let us know we ain't shit. Why you think you can answer questions? Ask questions.
To y'all, what are questions of morality that'll be included in the conversation?
Bible.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I hope you know not to ask another question.
Hey, look, that's why I say I can't say I'm not going to use the Bible.
Okay, well, you made that point doubtish, but I don't believe you. I just know you smart. Yeah, I just know you quick. But
let's ask them, because this was the question, right? That brought us to the conversation.
I'm getting Garfield, bro.
You guys consider to be acting black?
What do we consider to be acting black?
Yeah. Now tell them why that makes sense, because that sounds non-sequitur like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a different conversation, but I'm going to
explain. You guys are talking about morals and ethics. Leaders have to change. So morals and ethics, the leaders have to change for people is basically what acting black should be.
No, because they're not cornering it. Okay, I missed the beginning of that conversation. They're not cornering it to black morality. It's the black community and it's black leaders. Morals are just morals all across the board.
Morals and ethics, that's how you should act.
Yeah, but they not saying how blacks.
But it's not. We're not saying that there's a black ethic.
A black, yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
Hey, maybe there should be. I don't know, but
I mean, it's just not in the conversation. There is. You have no fucking. If blacks exist, there's a black morality.
I mean, someone that operates out of the Bible would be, let's say, under that code. But I'm not. I ain't under shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I do what the fuck I want to do, and can't nobody tell me shit. Nigga, ain't no
anonymous way.
Nobody can stop me, nigga. But now others stop now. In other parts of the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do that to muddy up the waters, but that's why I say that ain't. I want the shit to be a good debate based on the information, dog. So I don't believe in muddying up the waters. I say, because like for me, I'm talking more so
because I just lost. But
you didn't lose.
What was
lose.
the score?
You didn't
hold on. What was our score? What was our score in the first time we debated?
120, 113.
You said what?
120, 113.
You broke my first 110. You broke my first 110.
Nigga, you said I got a one. I know I didn't get a one. I know I got higher than a 120 in that debate.
129. 129.
Oh, okay, yeah,
God,
there we go.
You got a 129?
No, I got a 127. I got a 127. I got 127. There. I didn't get the.
And 127 is.
Oh, hold on. I didn't get a 129.
I saw that, bro. That's what the glass.
Okay. Oh yeah, got the 127.
That's when you cuss with the glass of wine in your hand, bro. That's when you cuss that. Yeah, I remember. That was the one.
Yeah, that was a 129. You fucking right, it was. I almost got the 30 on that nigga.
I broke my first 100 for you.
So you saying that the debate where I damn near got a perfect score and you broke 110 for the first time ever. That's the debate you beat me in?
The white party was 110. This one, I don't remember the scores actually because I'm
oh yeah, no, we didn't have like the black and white debate. That wasn't scored. That was a 2-1.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
that was a 2-1.
Yeah, you're right. So that was 129, 113.
Right. So the first time we debated, I beat you 129 to 113, and the second time we debated, I beat you 2-1.
You didn't beat.
So what did you win?
Let me take these boxes in the house, man.
And that's why you don't debate them this year, Lance. Don't debate them. Take all them other people.
When I first came, man, I had a lot of shit I was dealing with y'all.
Lance wanted to debate with
I was one of the first motherfuckers came on here, bro. Y'all niggas beat the shit out of me. Ain't no
Swab.
No fucking
hey, Lance, please, bro. I'm not trying to cut you off. Give me real quick. Hey, Swab, they keep saying they can't hear that it's no sound, bro. Yeah, Swab. Somebody click off and hold on. Let me check.
Just somebody click off like it's something you can actually.
What we gonna do? He finna show us a Zoom cheat code, nigga. What you talking about? No, all you gotta do is click off and click back.
You know what else? I beat a star.
Now, don't I can hear it on my YouTube.
So you beat a star? You tied with a star?
Yeah, you tied. They said they can hear. I say he won because he tied me. I was like, they said they can hear.
Man, you know what? A star was like, they're not gonna give you less than 100 for this, bro. You did well, man. You're not gonna get less than 100. If they give you less than 100, it's an issue. What did I get?
We both got 99s. I said these were.
That was a.
I got on
bro. Come on, man.
I think that's debatable. I came on the post debate show like that shit was trash, and both of you niggas trash.
I didn't do trash at all.
And Domo cut me off like, nah, man, don't do that. This day debate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I came on there to drill you niggas, man, because that shit was trash, and both of you niggas trash. That's why both of you niggas out.
I will.
The United States is not a worst debate I ever heard in my life. But you swear it was good. I just look at you like, all right, brother. I wanted to snatch your chain again about the Garvey thing.
Well, I'll be glad you get in my way with some
information, bro.
But then again, I don't know. You don't.
Then he gave the actual documentation for what makes it a law, and they still gave you the debate. So what the hell is wrong with y'all, man?
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do before my debate test?
What you gonna do?
Before that slavery debate, I already told the committee y'all I'm gonna invite them on. I'm gonna pay them $200.
What's slavery debate? What's the month?
You the one told me you was taking me to that slavery debate. I said it. You got?
Okay, maybe I forgot. What? Freshen me up, bro. What was it?
I said that black people are not Negroes, and that we are Sephardic Jews, and we were the ones who had slaves.
That's right. Yeah, I did say that. Okay, yeah, that's right. No problem.
That's right. You know who Comedio is?
Hey, Lance, why is he enough?
Yeah, bro.
The commissioner builder.
Solar Measy. Ain't super easy.
I forgot I got a Sephardi Jew debate next season.
That's what you get.
Correct you, bro.
Yeah, you go. Stop taking.
Hey, I'm fine. Hey, yo, I'm fine.
Forgive me, man.
Nigga. I already killed the Civil War, nigga. I know who exactly was the bro. The Civil War is dead, nigga. Take a Civil War debate with me. Fuck. That's your specialty, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it is that you would even be talking about right now to say it's dead. Like it didn't happen? Like, what do you mean?
The reason that they said the Civil War was started, the results of the Civil War, all of that shit, bro.
The Kansas-Nebraska Act? What are you talking about?
Dad, you comfortable slaying King Pseudo, bro?
Right, yeah, because I mean, he just threw some shit out there like there's one
too comfortable. He a little too comfortable up there with that little ass picture.
But don't you know I will go through a whole round?
He's got that little ass thumbnail up here talking shit.
I will give you 35 reasons for the Civil War, bro. What are you talking about?
35, and I'm at the pump probably 15 of them motherfuckers.
Hey, Lance, for real, bro. You said 15 out of 35, bro? You're on the L on that shit right there.
Yeah, 20 ways.
So that means he got 20 points that you couldn't rebut.
The issue is
might as well hold that L right now, bro.
Black people still had power after the Civil War. It's laws, they start losing power to legislation.
Wait, hold on. What's your premise though? Wait, what's the point that you're saying when you said the Civil War is dead?
We're talking about black wealth, and it's basically about black wealth and who had the capital in the South before the Civil War.
So are you saying the Civil War didn't happen, or it didn't happen the way they said?
No, they're saying the Civil War, they took black people out of power during the Civil War.
Oh, so you're saying everybody was black again? Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, he said they took black people out of power during the Civil War. Which is, like I said, so you're saying black people was in power doing what in Virginia?
We had the land. We alliance with, listen, the Indians were Jews too. They were just past Jews. They were ancient Jews that was in the land prior to the French and all of the other Europeans coming over here. What? America was a safe haven because of the shit that they was going through in England. Not just
talk your shit, man.
The wars was coming from natural cataclysms such as earthquakes, famines, and tsunamis, and like a couple of things was happening over a period of 10 years. So that actually devastated the power of the blacks that was in Europe. So you got people coming from the north now. They alliance. They called the sea people. It was some of our people, but it was mostly what you would know as Europeans today. They start mixing and making that certain European look that you got today. More tall. They still had the fucking Arab noses and shit, but they had slanty eyes kind of. What? According to my research, yeah, bro. According to my
would never ever.
Got way the fuck away from
people came
Virginia.
From the
18.
Yeah, what happened to the power?
Hey, nigga, I have no idea. So everybody's asking the same question now. Nigga.
Hey, what seeded to see people come from up north for?
The amalgamation of Scythians and people.
No, bro, listen, bro. I need to know about the people in power, the black Virginians in power.
Well, the black Virginians in power those were your first. The Sephardi Jews in Virginia were your first colonists.
So wait.
Yes,
So the first, wait. So the first colonists in Virginia came after the Civil War?
Y'all gonna learn.
No, before the Civil War, bro. What you mean?
Well, nigga, you said, listen to what you said.
He said before, bro. He said before.
Power. He said black people
lost power
in Virginia after the Civil War.
No, they lost power.
Right, then I got asked another question that was like,
okay, stop listening to them.
Okay, I got you.
Please, because I'm lost. Now, the black people in power, what are you referring to?
The people in power were the black people that was in. So there was no black yet, of course. The people who made us be who we are today were the people. Those people were what you would call black Portuguese or Spanish. The Jews that Latinos, shit like that.
But when you say they're empowered, why can't we see them today?
Because today they're hidden. Like you don't see no bodies of the Jews of ancient times.
I'm not asking for their bodies. I'm asking for some representation of them. For example, let me give you an example. Black people were in power in Camille, Georgia, right? Black people was moving up the corporate ladder and whatnot, however you want to put it. White folks came and destroyed that shit. This is 1866. If you said Georgia, I would give more credence to your argument if you were talking about that. But you just name a state with nothing behind it. Do you even know who the governor of Virginia was?
The governor of Virginia was at the time was
wow.
Yeah, I do. I can't come up. I do know the governor of Virginia at the time because he had hired a dude named.
He's gonna act like he knows.
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember right now, but yeah, for sure I
don't know.
Governor Gooch.
That's why I'm not knowing.
But here's the point, Lance. I'm just
Governor Gooch, bro.
That a lot of the problem, even with that argument. Let's say I give you that argument because there is a context to that. Let's say we do talk about those black people who went into leadership positions right after the Civil War. Well, contextually, a lot of the states had to add black people to their delegation in order for the United States to let those states back in the Union to give an appearance of power.
Nah,
so if you look at the first, if you look at the first Louisiana, bro, I'm nigga, what I'm telling you is documented.
Yeah, it's documented, but I got other shit that's documented too.
That's
older
what?
than that, and it's not in no fucking textbook.
It's older.
You gotta read.
That's what?
It's older than the shit that's contemporary.
It was black people already in power before the Civil War, bro. They already held seats.
What was their last name?
It's all like your last name.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Who like black people? Are you saying that when we pull up a picture of them, they just gonna look white? Is that what you mean?
Nah, so here's the deal, bro. Yes, they do that. They got other people in place to look like you, or they will always make your people pictures black and white and raise.
I mean, he don't know how to talk, man. That's not what he's saying. What you're saying, though. He's saying that there were black people in Portuguese, like there's black people in America. So he called them Portuguese, but they really black people.
Exactly.
Right.
And what he's saying is that today, he's saying that today that they're going to depict them as being white.
Right. That's perfectly fine. What I'm saying is to say that about the entire American history and say that them was all niggas. This is where the problem come in at.
Yeah, bro, they were. It was ancient black.
That's not believable.
Right, more modern black.
Fuck no, that ain't believable. What do you mean?
I mean, do you believe that like one group of people could go around the whole world and conquer everybody? Is that believable?
So here's the problem. What makes it unbelievable? In order to believe that, I would have to say that there was no Harriet Tubman, because there would be no need for that to be in existence. According to him, there was no real chattel slavery. So there's no Harriet Tubman, there's no Sojourner Truth, there's no black history as we know it today. What little black history we do have, you almost have to erase it and start over.
Like I did.
That's the problem, his narrative.
Yeah. The white man has put it in his textbooks and colonized information, and he has created a false narrative of actual historical events. Is what he's saying.
And the older parents knew, but the kids, they got taught something different than the adults knew, bro. Right up under their nose. Two generations, right up under their nose, taught something totally different than really happened. I seen it, bro. I see it happening today, right now.
You saw it.
I mean, I read how it's happening.
You saw it too.
No, I'm not.
You saw it too.
I'm just saying.
You probably would have stopped this shit by now and went somewhere.
Right to the point of jumping out the window. And he's
right.
I understand
the argument.
The problem is, I mean,
No, see, y'all niggas is not on his level. I mean, his problem is not with the information.
Yeah, we said this last night. How he gets to a conclusion.
Yeah,
I see more than I can say. It's hard for me to express.
Yeah, so a lot of y'all just don't know because y'all didn't read the shit.
Nah, it's not that. We agreed. Like we said last night, like Lance can fuck people up if he just came in with the information that he was reading and that's it. But like he takes that shit and synthesizes it.
Ain't nobody finna play with this situation amongst us, bro. We only let him talk because when he gets this information
I read so much shit, bro.
When he gets this information off, it relieves the pressure on the tumor on his brain. So we let him get it off.
I don't have it.
Other than that, there's no use in getting it. Hold on. Other than that, there's no use. Other than that, no, I'm letting him talk. I'm just saying. Other than that, there's no use in getting the conversation with him.
Stop mentioning me and any ailments, nigga. I rebuke you in the name of my Father in heaven.
Okay, thank you. Other than that, ain't no use in getting no conversation with him because he does not have the information, bro. He does.
Nigga, you too dumb to conversate with me.
He don't got the information, bro. Soon as you start asking questions,
you fucking dumb to have a conversation.
Soon as you start asking him questions, you gonna feel like you shouldn't have did this. Over and over again. You gonna listen to him ramble about all this shit. Then you gonna challenge him. Then you gonna challenge him on some of the information, and you're gonna feel like a dumbass every time because he doesn't have it, bro. That's why I refuse to get into another intellectual conversation with him. I'll let him ramble. I'll let y'all talk to him, but he don't got it, bro.
Thinking black though. I mean, is that where we going with this? In the end, is who black? Abraham Lincoln. Some people say
nigga's a Melungeon. He's black.
That's what I want to see if this is one of those people.
Fucking black, bro. He will be black today. He'll be a funny looking black man.
Oh, he'll be black today. He said a funny looking black man.
Because he got big ears, bro. He got some big ass.
Like Obama.
Convert Jewish ears.
Like Obama. Obama got big ears.
That nigga's a relative of his.
I just don't think it's fair for me to debate you, bro, for points. I don't think it's fair.
For medical reasons.
Just give him a 20-point spread. Just let him get 20 points from jump.
Let me ask you this.
All right, I gotta give him a whole round.
Obama, the definition of what Marcus Garvey said when we need to watch out for mulatto leadership.
Exactly.
No, Lance is.
No.
I'm not a mulatto, nigga. I'm full of blood. And whatever you call black, nigga.
Talking about
I got all the way. I got fucking 3 generations worth of black.
And the only reason I want that smoke, man, he want that smoke.
I'm a mix.
You niggas don't want no smoke with me, bro. Flat out. And Swab, that nigga
I say that is
the fuck? This nigga think that every time I say something, because he don't read, bro. He just watch videos. Read. Open fucking books. Expand your brain, and you'll end up with Alzheimer's with your dumb ass.
Why would I have to read? Why would I have to read a book
this nigga says
that I'm watching other people read the book talk about? You reading dumbass books just because they old, like what no old liars in the 1800s, 17, like what nobody on damn bullshit.
I'm reading books from our people. I'm
reading books you don't know who our people is.
Yeah, that shit was funny, nigga. Like you wasn't no old liars, dude.
Yeah, like my book is older, and them people thought the earth was flat.
Back in the day, when they was reconstructing history, it was everything was tore up. Real history don't start until the 1800s when they putting history back together. That's why you can't find any real history before the 1800s. It's being written in the 1800s. It's being put back together.
Man, shout out to you.
All right, so Benjamin Banneker was not a real person.
I don't know, bro. I don't go off of that shit, bro.
Oh,
I don't know none. Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you asked me about Harriet Tubman?
That's important, bro.
Listen, bro. Every instance of the black American life, bro, is fake. You niggas not black. You niggas not African. You fucking Jews, Arab, and fucking mixed Cushite slaves. Bro, I'm your own people. You the slave and the fucking master. You dumb nigga.
Black man. This is why we gotta have these debates, though.
well, man.
Talk that talk.
I don't think black people should be telling other black people that they're slaves, bro.
I don't think you should be referring to Lance as black.
White slaves, bro. Niggas, look at your face,
God
bro.
damn, see the fork in the lit. What?
You niggas is motherfucking French and British and all them shit, bro. You not none of you niggas is African.
They looking ranting right now, bro.
I said this before, though. I mean, one thing you gotta engage. Like we know that the Moors ruled Europe for almost 1,000 years. So where did those niggas go? Is the question. You know what I'm saying? Where did those black people that was ruling, areas in Spain, Portugal?
That's a great question.
Where did they go?
Nigga, they went to Morocco, but they said they went. What you mean?
Ooh, shit.
No, only.
It wasn't like America, like it was 47 million Moors. No, it was a patch of traitor ass niggas that went and hid in the armpit of the caves and civilized the beast that was around.
A batch of traitor ass.
Them
14 motherfuckers left and blended in with the Moroccans. Like it wasn't like a whole nation. Like they ruled. Like
it was 2 million motherfuckers, bro. You crazy?
I'll never talk to you. I'll never talk to you.
No, you don't know what you're talking about, Swab.
How many Moors ruled? How many Moors? How many Moors ruled Europe?
Of 200 years of immigration.
Yeah. You talking about they was there for almost 1,000 years.
That's over a nice time period.
Close to when you talk about the Moorish occupation, talking about over over the span time of hundreds of thousands of Africans. Remember, this was a result of the Germanic invasion. So the idea, they was pushing. They were pushing back. They was pushing. It was a movement. They was pushing the Vandals out of northern Africa. So it was a movement. So you had waves of Africans going into Europe.
Yes.
So this was over a span of 1,000 years.
I heard.
So this wasn't no patch.
I heard 200,000. I'm asking, what was the population of black Moors that ruled Europe?
Y'all nigga ass dumbass God, bro.
Well, how was that a dumbass question? But you wouldn't explain to me the thousands of years the niggas migrating. What was the peak population of black Moors that ruled Europe, bro?
At one point, you had.
I'm not talking to you. I will never talk to you.
Well, I mean, you're saying, okay, so when you're talking about...
I'm not even fighting against it at this point. I'm just asking what was the number.
Yeah, well, when you talk about rulership, it had to be the minority. And there's never a majority ruling anything. So I don't know exactly how much that number was as far as the ones that were ruling. Okay, well, but the people that were occupying Europe, because it was soldiers.
Here's the simple thing.
So at this point, we're agreeing.
When you go look at the Spaniard church,
no, we're not agreeing with what you said.
No. At this point, all you got on the table is that they were the minority.
No, what I said.
I agree with that.
No, what I said that the ruling class, the people that was ruling Europe,
aristocrat.
That's always the minority. The rulership is always the minority.
That's who we talking about. So
right now,
wait a minute. Where you fuck up at is that there were other Africans that was going up there to rule Europe. The ruling class. Hold on a second. You want the answer? Like the kingdom just don't go up there and say that. Well, I rule you guys. No, he needs a fucking military to enforce his rule. So with those waves of armies that went into Europe, that spans over the hundreds of thousands, bro. So you're talking about who ruled Europe as opposed to the total amount of Africans that were in Europe. Those are two different conversations, bro.
Okay, so 200,000 Moors.
Yeah, just read about it, brother.
God damn. That's the first.
So scholarship up, nigga.
Yeah, just read about it, dog. I've read about it. I mean, for me, you can literally get you the number. I would have to punch some shit up. I'm not trying to do that.
Don't panic. Hold on. Don't panic. Hold on, sorry. It's cool. I've read about it. And what I'm saying is that y'all said what happened to those black people, like it was so many of them, they would stick out somewhere. They left and blended in with the millions of people that was where they went into. Northern Africa. the Americas. It wasn't like a shit ton of them in Europe. It was like these people changed the economy of where they went. No, it was a lot of black people compared to how many was there. 200,000 black people ain't shit. And then y'all leave where you're the minority and go where the rest of the land is black. You blend it in with millions of motherfuckers. I never seen the Moors hide where they went.
You're talking about 7th century. You're talking about around like the 7th, 8th century.
But watch this. When you see how many Muslims were actually over there, because remember the Spaniards kicked the Hebrew out because of Muslim rulership and Muslim law just felt better to them. But when you look at the old churches, the churches that are built are from Muslims, and they have Muslim insignia on them showing that they were built by the Moors. So that's how many were over there at the time.
Sorry, do you realize that those Muslims were converts?
Did you say a number?
Say it one more time.
Did you say a number?
No, I'm not. Oh. I'm not. I believe it was 636. Is it that they kicked out of the Hebrews? And then there was another number. It's in a book that I have read. But I don't know. I can't confirm 200,000. I can't confirm 200,000. I can't tell you that.
Crazy, bro. The Moors and the Jews is conflated. The Moors
I'm just telling you what the book said.
That was the only thing. I just heard them say that.
Where's Orthodox Moor? Where'd you go?
Yeah, because they make it seem like it was like Africa. And like, where did all these black people go? Like, that's all I was talking about. It wasn't a lot of them. It wasn't a lot of them.
There really was no Europe at the time.
No who?
The thing is, like, you had the Germanic invasions. So it wasn't even like it was like a whole population of white people in Europe. Like you had that's what the Germanic invasions were. These were like the Goths, the Visigoths, the Vandals. They were going into parts of Europe, conquering the people that was indigenous in Europe. Those were people that was being conquered. So that's where the white people are coming in. These are the white people now coming in. Those were black people, bro.
Who were they?
I don't really. I have to look it up. I read it, but I don't remember the actual name. The actual name.
I need to know the indigenous black.
A lot of them East and West Africans, and a lot of that is Mansa Musa's clique as well.
Yeah. So those were the people that was actually being conquered, and by the Europeans. So there was no big ass white population of Europe then. You're talking about the 7th century. So you have these now they're beginning to form forms of confederation and kingdoms and alliances, and so the whole the foundation is all fucked up because you're thinking like Europe like to get Europe.
You assumed that because
bro, let's not play this game. All right, look.
No, you just fucked up.
Okay, so you were saying that there were a small population into comparison to what?
In comparison to what it would take to stick out like a sore thumb in another population.
Of who?
Of people.
Okay, bro. So moving on.
Thank you.
Like so that he was assuming that it was a whole population of Europe. He don't want to admit to it now.
What?
Cool. But okay, cool.
Hold on, let's show you something right now. I would never ever be made to look that.
Remember, we say Anglo-Saxon.
Hold on, Asar. The statement was made, where did these black people go, as if they wouldn't just blend in? That was my only contention. I did not say there were so many white people. If they left, they wouldn't blend in. None of that stuff. All I was saying was like they just left and blended in. That's my only statement. But you trying to make it seem like a
cool. I'm not even going down that. Cool.
I never said there was
it was a misunderstanding, brother. It was a misunderstanding. Cool. I am not going down that rabbit hole. So now you have, the Europe as what we know today was not the Europe in 7th century AD. So we know going into that, it was to push these migrating barbaric tribes. They were migrating. It was a migration. So It wasn't no established, Europe as what we know it today. So this would be the whole idea, is to civilize. This is why they're responsible for doing a lot of things in Europe, because that was the whole agenda. So you had the African, along with the Arabs and the Berbers, they will actually be the people that actually do those things. And they was in there for seven close to 800 years. So that's why I was posing the question. Well, along with them mixing in with the Arabs, the Berbers and all those different tribes, and along with the white people that was there, you had to have a pretty large population of so-called Africans, there. So the question would be, where did they go? That's all I was saying. Now we've been in the hills of America for about 400 years, and our population that multiplied probably threefold, or for 400 or 500 years. They were there for 800 years, and there's no birth control then. So it's like you're talking about a pretty large population. This is what I'm saying. Estimation. Just off their rough estimates. So the question would be, where did they go? That's all I was asking.
Morocco. Don't nobody else got no answer?
Yeah, they didn't go to just Morocco. They went to everywhere their family members already were. They were already established network, bro.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Everywhere
they went
else
back,
in the world.
The history of the Moors, I don't see it being hidden. Like they went back and conquered motherfuckers with these white people. And then they, did the whole America thing, and they Moroccan and shit.
Bro. So the people.
You need to read, Suave.
I did.
You read it. What you read? You look at some bullshit. You don't be reading.
I read that.
Where you read that at?
Man, Lance, stop talking.
Where you read that shit you talking at, man? You can read, nigga.
I read that the
more. One of them damn books.
I want you to up your.
Man, I want to talk. I want you to stop. Stop. I don't give a fuck what's in your head, bro. Look.
What?
I read that the Moors civilized the crackers. I read that the crackers.
That shit feminine.
I read that the crackers with some Moorish motherfuckers conquered African civilizations and established Morocco and the slave trade. That's what I read. Is that a lie?
Where did you read that at?
No, is that a lie?
What book did you read?
No, is that a lie?
Yes, that's a lie. Where did you read that at?
Wow, bro. The
Where did you read
books that I brought it out with Moore. I did the debate with Moore. Did the fucking African?
I'm just asking, where did you read it at?
Look at this, bro. Y'all got me fucked up.
Bro, you don't start seeing white people until the Germanic invasion, bro. Those white
that nigga Lance, that nigga ain't read shit, nigga.
Fucking wild men.
That nigga ain't read shit, nigga. Tell me something he read that shit. That nigga ain't read shit. Tell me something he read some shit.
How the fuck he read?
That nigga seen a fucking. That nigga seen a fucking video flyer shit. Like he read some old half-ass article type shit. Some old cracker some old shit.
That shit that you gotta put that work
pick them books up.
You don't disrespect Suave like you don't got no scholarship.
That nigga I told y'all.
You sound disrespectful, so you ain't shit.
That nigga picked up a damn. Nah, I'm keeping it real. I mean, no, this is the thing. I'm not biased on who I get at work to. Y'all got y'all little click thing going on up here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it with me. Anybody can get it. Y'all got that little. Y'all got your little clique who y'all don't fuck with, and y'all drink tea with certain niggas.
No,
drink tea with certain other niggas. Anybody can get that work. Anybody can get that work.
Hold on. It's not disrespectful. It's petty because he know I cut him because he challenged me and he died. So now he's taking it past the line and make me pull out some shit like motherfuckers on. I sat up here and read the destruction of a black civilization. Hold on. I sat up here and read the destruction of black civilization live on YouTube.
Okay.
Live on YouTube. Okay. That was me. Like I read, but the sad part is I don't gotta read a book to even know that shit. It's prevalent by now. And you not gonna debate it, and nobody in this league is debating.
Okay, so what is the books you got in your hand?
Because last month
This one, Cultural Genocide, man, by Dr. Ben, and this one is the Ancient Egypt and the Islamic Destiny. Now them two right there.
Ben is flawed.
Okay, so the Cultural Genocide. What page was that shit that you read is on the Cultural Genocide?
I didn't get that from hold on. What book? I probably have to go back to the motherfucking PowerPoint.
Yeah. You can't pull this shit on me just showing books.
No, I'm showing you books because you acting like I don't read, nigga. That's what
what genocide is you bro? Where cultural genocide? You show cultural genocide. What page did it say all that shit you was talking about?
You retarded at this point and you're flailing. I said I'm showing you.
I'm not flailing. You showed
I'm telling you. You cut me off. I'm telling you. I'm showing you I got books as you acting like I don't read.
I didn't say you ain't had no books. I said you don't read.
What the fuck I got books for if I don't read?
I don't know. You don't remember well.
Now how far you gonna go, Sola?
I'm just going by how you're talking, bro. You sound like a nigga that don't read.
I mean, if you disagree with me, then if that's enough to make you lead to it, that's cool. But
I don't mean disagreeing with you. I can tell the person that
you told me I was wrong.
You make statements. You don't say any names. You don't use historical reference. You don't say any names. You don't give me time frames. You don't do none of that. You don't make a blanket statement, for example. You make the Moors conquered Spain, and they are the ones that actually enslaved the Africans. That's a person that's making a statement with no historical reference.
Bro, first of all, I admit it, I ain't no fucking super reader. I don't have to.
Okay, so we're close. We took a step forward.
No, that's what you need. Look, that's what you need. That's what you need because you are. But with my
stop.
No.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm trolling.
Ain't nobody gonna debate that, bro.
No, nigga. I know you read, bro. I'm fucking with you.
Those are facts, bro.
No, I just came on. Y'all fuck with Lance. I'm just defending Lance. Y'all fuck with Lance too much. That's all. I'm just defending Lance.
Hold on, bro. Now, first off, Lance don't need no.
No, y'all got your little click shit y'all got going on. No, shut. Y'all got your little click shit that y'all got going on up in here.
Hey, hold up, bro. Y'all wakes up in the morning and says,
y'all got your little click shit going up here where y'all shaking each other's hands and drinking tea. I just came to disrupt that. Real quick.
It's okay.
Actually, so I think you was defending the scholarship because you probably have the same knowledge.
No. It ain't like I disagree with you. I ain't like I disagree with you. But I'm just saying I was trolling Suave. I know he reads, but I was trolling him on that point. But I do agree with a lot of what you're saying. I just feel as though that the explanation part is where people try to attack. But yeah, it wasn't like I was lying about that part. But I did definitely came on
that though.
Huh?
I've been told Lance that. I've been told Lance there's a lot of information that he got that I agree with. I just disagree with how he gets to his conclusion at times. That's all.
Because you don't know the information to make the
conclusion. I know, bro. I just said I disagree. It's not enough for me to agree. It's not enough for me to agree with you. Now I gotta fucking bow down and say everything you say is absolutely right. Other than that, ain't nobody smart as you. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, now we moving into the weird shit.
Bro, first of all, Lance left the league, came back and said the FBI and see how he was watching him. And so the videos with him on it. Y'all got me fucked up, bro.
That ain't what I told so.
Then the nigga came back to the league, typed in the chat like he was somebody else. Hey, I heard a handsome guy named Lance had so much information, y'all start hating on him. Then the nigga come in the chat, hey, somebody told me y'all had my name. Bro, I'm never moving from the fact that he's a liar and he's willing to do some embarrassing shit, bro. I'm cool.
Where's the actual liar, bro? Where's the liar?
Hey, wasn't he in the chat acting like
yeah, bro. Acting like somebody was looking for him.
I already proved it wasn't me. That's a lie.
Hey, look, the Pyramid Earth Society, bro.
You never proved it wasn't you, bro. You never proved it.
I love nigga.
That nigga would never have no credibility, bro. And then we get into conversations with him, and all he could do is make these wild claims and say, That's he ain't gonna do no episode of Pseudoscience University because niggas he gonna actually have to show where he get that shit from. And then when they see the other shit that's compiled in that same body of information, they gonna be like, damn, so you believe this shit too, right? So you believe we was inferior, right? So you gonna believe? So you believe? Yeah.
No, we wasn't never inferior. The kids got brought up to believe they were. We never lost.
Man, you do a goddamn.
We never were enslaved, bro.
You're Shaw in the building. What's good, big bro?
We're never enslaved.
Hey, Swab, did you say this dude quit the league and came back and said the FBI was on his team?
Oh, the nigga said because of the information I've been putting out on this channel, they blocking me on Facebook. They got my phone tapped and shit. Look at him.
All right, look at that lying shit, bro. He's
not lying, bro. Hey, Swab, don't forget that about that, man. Don't forget that about that. Hey,
you got my phone tapped.
You got that top seat,
bro. I said the FBI got my phone tapped, bro.
Your phone tapped, your computer tapped. They had you tapped. They was watching you, nigga.
Remember that accountant came in there?
Hell yeah. What I said was I have fear.
Hey, nigga, that was you with a couple of accounts. Nigga, I remember one specifically, nigga, because you admitted it was you, nigga. You said it wasn't. Nigga,
like, what the hell you scared of, dog? What's going on?
It was the first time that shit ever happened, man. I ain't never had no motherfucking stalkers or no damn trollers before, nigga.
Oh. God damn, Lance, bro. You be acting like you brand new to this shit, bro. What's going on with you, dog?
I am brand new to this shit. I just said this is my first year online, nigga. This is my first year doing this with anybody, nigga.
Look, bro. It's brothers with way more heavier information than you, bro, and they not. Their alphabet guy is on their team, bro. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, the only way they're gonna be on your team if you coming up with some free energy shit, right? You just major scientist and you coming up with some shit where we got some
goddamn Tony Stark, nigga.
Because don't want to be charged for this energy, right?
You putting out that arc reactor, nigga.
Now they gonna be trying to take you out. But right now, bro,
right now, free energy motor, nigga.
Oh,
man, shut your ass.
Oh my god.
Shut your ass up, Lance.
Hey.
Y'all motherfuckers need to hold on, I'll tell you what. You motherfuckers probably need to see my Facebook page so you can really know who the fuck
I've seen your Facebook page, nigga. I seen
that. Nigga just wants some traffic on his Facebook.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
I got, nigga, my shit trafficky. What are you talking about?
My shit trafficky.
You showed us on Facebook page. It be your family members telling you crazy. You showed us.
My nigga Lance making up new words and shit.
That nigga said my shit traffic.
That nigga went to his Facebook page. It's all his cousins saying, "Cuz you know better than this. I don't know why you tripping and all this shit."
Oh because I'm smarter than my fucking cousins, nigga.
I fuck with you, Lance. I'll give a shit, nigga.
I mean, the problem is, bro, you only can get ad-homs. You're never gonna fucking ever debunk my shit. Ever.
We're not gonna debunk Pyramid Earth.
Bro,
not debunk no Pyramid Earth, nigga. That shit is that's popular now. That's popular.
That shit is not popular, bro. Bro, stop this shit.
Hey, my niggas say that it's popular.
I go live.
Get this shit from, bro.
I like the idea of the Pyramid Earth.
Man, that nigga Ron Swanson just went to space. I know Steve Bronson just went to space in the fucking
Volvo. So did Bezos.
In a Volvo, my nigga.
They did it back to back with each other.
Hey,
made up, bro.
Hey,
that shit made up. All right.
So they got what's the newest technology they got coming out with, Lance?
Like what? What?
Nigga, you tell me, nigga, you got all this fucking futuristic information, nigga. Bring it out. So I asked you, nigga. I didn't say, hey, anonymous. Hey, what's the new inventions they got? I didn't ask nobody else but Lance, bro.
Anonymous gonna get over here and talk that shit.
I'm curious as to. I know you're trolling now, but I was like, why are you asking me that?
Because you don't smart motherfucker on here.
Why are you asking me about invention?
Or you trying to set up a debate here with all the information. You the only one that know about all of this shit you be talking about.
Y'all got a debate.
So now I'm asking. I just want to know what new inventions have your community come up with that we don't know nothing about.
That my community is just me, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, he don't even want to talking that shit. He talking.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
My bad, bro. I thought you had a community, bro. I didn't know you was still like Bolo.
If there was a community out there, bro.
He said, "With your community, it's only me, nigga."
Oh no, God,
Can you imagine?
I'm with you though, Lance. I'm with you though, Lance, on most of the shit you saying.
I'm telling y'all, bro. I told that nigga community, I paid him $200 to come sit on Solar Vision debate panel, bro. Community. Y'all need to study that nigga. Go look at his page, bro.
I'm sorry. I'll be the first to admit that I don't know everybody.
I'm about to say, who the fuck is that? Never mind giving the spelling and shit. Who is it?
I'm talking to Solar. Kurimeo. Look at his videos, bro. He's thorough as fuck.
Karima?
Man, I rarely fuck with niggas whose name begins
with
nigga,
that doesn't spell Camario.
That nigga said Jamario.
Karimio.
Nah, nigga.
Like Remy Disco back in the day.
Nah. You got a J in your name. Your name got to be James or John or some shit. All that Jamari, all that shit. That shit means something.
Jamil. We'll let Jamil in the community.
Oh man,
hey, he was let me tell you, he was from Costa Rica, right? And he was claiming to be an Israelite. But the Israelites, that motherfucker, they was like, only black. So he started doing studies and research and started bringing up shit like, hold on. So y'all saying, like, he started bringing out shit that was fucking up the Hebrew Israelite paradigm.
Is that what you think? That real quick, is that why you be coming? Because you think I'm teaching that all the Israelites are only black?
Nah, nigga, I come at you because you think Jesus was the Messiah.
Okay, man.
And he coming back.
I didn't say nothing about coming back. I don't teach that shit.
Hey, yo. Hey.
That shit.
How many books in the Dead Sea Scrolls have you touched on, or chapters, should I say, Lance?
Books? Shit. I read the laws concerning let me say 1, 2. I touch almost all of them, bro. To say study though, I say all the Apocrypha, all of the ones that showed up as the Apocrypha, because I had to try to compare them. The Matthew's Hebrew Bible, the Matthew's Hebrew that's in there. I studied that well because I had to compare it.
I'm sorry,
I say about a good 15. About a good 15.
15 books. How you feel about the Dead Sea Scrolls, bro? You say it's facts, or you say it's humbug?
Nah, I'm rolling with them. I'm rolling with them until I find something that go against those, bro. Yeah.
You rolling with him, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with him. Yeah.
Okay. I like the fact that you said that, because the Dead Sea Scrolls most definitely confirm the Hamashiach.
It don't matter.
You want to debate that? That could be our second. That could be our second debate.
Hold on. You said it confirms that Jesus is the Messiah.
The Hamashiach, Yeshua, right? Yeshua.
The Messiah.
Who I said. Okay. The name I use.
In what book does it say it in?
What you mean, what book?
In what book does it say it in?
What you mean, what book?
In the Dead Sea Scrolls, is it confirmed that Jesus is the Hamashiach?
Well, I mean, the reason why I asked the question where I asked it was because you should know that it's just one book, bro. It's not many books.
The Dead Sea Scrolls is many scrolls, bro.
I didn't say. Okay. So break it down. Which one am I talking about?
You talking about the one that's been published and displayed as one book? Probably. It's got all the scrolls in it.
So.
But okay. I don't know how they found it. They weren't in one book. They were scrolls.
No. I got that. They were in different caves, right? So look, what I'm saying to you, when you talk about the scrolls that talk about the Hamashiach, right? You said you read them. You said about 15 of them, right? You said you read about 15 of them.
Yeah, which scroll talking about the Hamashiach?
It ain't no specific scroll. You're talking about Enoch, the fragments of that. You're talking about the fragments of Isaiah. You're talking about these fragments, bro. Talks about the Hamashiach. So I'm asking you real quick. Did you touch on any of those books?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely Enoch,
Okay.
definitely Jasher, all of those commoners.
So you know about, so you do know about the book of Isaiah that's found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what you trying to tell me is that in that book, it don't talk about the Hamashiach.
Yeah, I'm telling you that, nigga.
Okay.
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
Hey, that could be our second debate.
Listen, bro. The Dead Sea Scrolls, when translated, the translators.
I ain't worried about none of that you talking about.
Translators assume the modern.
I'm not worried about none of that you talking about. You're deflecting from the debate. What you want to do? You said you read the book, right? You said that it's not in there, right? I'm saying that I read it. I'm saying that it's in there, right? So let's debate, man. Let's debate that the scriptures speak about and confirm the Hamashiach. So we talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls. We talking about the Bible. We talking about all these books, bro. What you want to do, Lance?
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a debate. Is Jesus Christ?
I don't fuck with Jesus. I don't fuck with Jesus.
Is Yeshua son of Mary? Is Yeshua son of Mary?
I didn't mention nothing about no fucking son of Mary. I didn't say nothing about that, nigga. I said what you been running your mouth about. Oh, the Bible don't talk about the Hamashiach. Oh, he's not real. So now, nigga, I'm saying my debate that I want to debate with you is that the scriptures speak about him. I didn't say nothing about no fucking Mary.
We're confused. I'm confused now.
No, you don't have to be confused. Don't bring Mary into this conversation.
Who the fuck is Yeshua then?
It ain't Mary, nigga.
Is Yeshua the son of Mary?
Mary, nigga.
You need you to put the hat back on now, be sure.
Talking about
is Yeshua the son of Mary?
Nigga gonna talk about, oh, so now Yeshua Mary now, right? According to the Lance.
I think we need.
Is this another topic? Are we about to have another topic off of your conversations, Lance? Shit that come out of your mouth? This is how I establish my debates. I like to listen to you. Oh, right. I like to listen to see what becomes in my brain, right? That way I'm able to establish the debates with you guys. Because when you talk, you allow me to be able to say, well, you know what? I don't agree with that shit. And I want to challenge that.
Yeah, you
then when I challenge you, all over the place now. Like, why are we going all over the place? Let's stay focused on what the fuck came out your mouth.
Actual discussion between y'all that can take place. So
hey, Asar, bro, brother. No. You cannot be the mediator,
it's got to be
commentator, none of that shit, brother, because your ass still got to get into this ring with Yashar about shot shooting. Yo,
we tried to, but we didn't do that.
No, we ain't tried to do nothing, bro. Stop lying to the people, saying what you tried to do. Because what I do know about Asar is he ain't got to try to do a goddamn thing. He just do it. That's what I do know. So you trying sound like some fucking excuses, my brother.
No,
and I don't think a brother like you like to have excuses when it comes to.
So we gotta establish something
from nobody. I don't run from an ass nigga. So you can't never say, "Oh, yo, Yashar, he didn't grow up. He wasn't there." You can't never say that. Someone couldn't even back that bullshit up.
Yashar, calm down, brother.
Listen, brother, I'm home. I'm home right now.
I see. So
you see how beautiful it is out here in sunny California?
Out there, I'm about to come visit.
Ice, hot, warm.
I'm about to come out there and visit you.
God damn. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
This is what we need to look at. What are you saying exactly? What are you challenging him on, Lance? Make the statement.
That the scriptures that our ancestors, right, from the book of Adam and Eve all the way to the book of Revelations, speaks about the Hamashiach. That's what I'm clearly saying. It ain't nothing funny about it. Ain't nothing tricky about what I'm saying. It's clearly what I'm saying.
Now, real quick, just so we can get clarification, this is for him, and because he may not know. What is the Hamashiach?
Oh, you asking me? I thought you said it's for him. Oh, it's Yeshua. the Son of the Most High God, the only begotten Son.
Jesus for the layman. Got you. Lance, are you challenging him on that?
If it's Jesus or the New Testament, I'm challenging him.
You see what he keep doing?
So he's saying that
Intentionally throwing out that bullshit in that name. Look, bro, you already know I don't fuck with that bullshit name. So,
All right, so if
you keep on bringing that shit in conversation as if something that's acceptable in this conversation, that just tells me something about you, bro.
Right, but you're gonna go supposed to like that. We don't want to do that. We want to get to an actual discussion.
I understand clearly that you don't fuck with a lot of different shit, and I don't bring it to your attention as if this is what the fuck you be talking about.
Well, hold up, fam.
Nah, bro, I'm talking right now. I'm talking to Lance because Lance had to get the clarification. Understand? I don't fuck with the word Jesus. I don't fuck with that demonic ass title. You're a demon, bro. So don't bring that shit to me, bro, because I'm not gonna fucking debate it.
Right, but we need to see where he stands. So hold up one sec, family. So he's saying Yeshua, Lance, do you agree with the terminology of what he's stating in order to debate it?
I just need to understand, is Yeshua who the devil called Jesus?
He's saying it
would be the same guy.
So okay. So Yeshua, if basically if we go back to the scripts, is Yeshua and Jesus going to have a conversation in what you bring forth?
Are they going to have a conversation? What do you mean?
Right. Well, in the Bible, they have a conversation, Jesus and the devil. He's saying, is Yeshua the person that Shaitan, or the devil, because you're going to go to the Hebrew, obviously, is that the person that you was referring to as Jesus?
No.
You calling him?
I'm referring to Yeshua, the living word who created all that we see.
Right.
That's good.
He said Yeshua is.
I take that debate. I don't give a fuck what. I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck what it is, bro.
You know what?
Don't do that. No, you better care what it is. You don't want to lose.
I need a round of applause right now for this brother not motherfucking running and actually standing on his bullshit.
Hey, I give it to him. I gotta order the soundboard. I'm sorry, I don't got it. But shout out to him though. But yeah, don't lose the debate not knowing what it is, Lance. Not caring what it is. I mean,
that's why I want to make sure y'all get it straight. So, Lance.
So all you're telling me is that Yeshua is the Messiah.
Oh, but it's a season debate. Okay, yeah. All you gotta do is talk your shit. Okay, yeah, it's a season debate.
Son of God. He said Yeshua is the Son of God, and Yeshua is the God.
You see how simple. You see how simple he is, bro. Instead of this brother asking me clearly, right? After I just said it very, very clearly.
There it is. So now, put the words together and let's make the debate. We got the clarification.
Man, Solar got my whole head.
I'm gonna say it for you one more time. Star.
So
our ancestors support, right? Our ancestors support what he disagree with. He say is not in the scriptures. He say that Yeshua is not taught about in the scriptures. Period. He say he's not mentioned. He's not taught about in the scriptures.
Yeah, and you and not you ain't.
Am I bullshitting? Swell?
No.
Am I tripping or what?
No, but you saying minus the New Testament. It don't matter what you talk. I'm talking about in the old. The Mashiach is spoke about. Is that what you saying?
Spoke about.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. He's taught about plenty.
And he gonna try to hold you to prove to me that the son of Mary was talked about in the Old Testament.
That's it. That's all the fuck he gonna focus on. Watch. I ain't mentioned that shit one time in our conversation.
So is Yeshua in the New Testament?
Yes, he is, Lance.
Is he in Matthew? That's Yeshua we talking about.
Is Matthew in the New Testament?
I've got to get an understanding, brother, because you said
Yeshua is Matthew in the New Testament.
You said Yeshua is not the son of Mary.
New Testament, and you asked me, is Yeshua in the New Testament? But you're gonna ask me the same fucking question again.
No, I didn't. No,
okay.
What I did is
it was a different question, right?
Yeah, absolutely was. I pinpointed my question to a specific book.
That's not a spiritual debate, though, melanated goddess. That's a like You can read and prove that shit like that.
And here's the problem. Clearly, Yeshua is mentioned in the Bible. The debate to me, that my position is, the one mentioned in the Bible, particularly the New Testament book, is not the Mashiach. And Michael is the one and only Mashiach sent to deliver the children of Israel.
Okay, so is Michael or Jesus the
We see about that.
Mashiach?
We definitely see about
like
that.
The debate. Is that good words?
That ain't it. We gonna fine tune that shit, because what he just said was a whole bunch of bullshit rhetoric. So we gonna fine tune it real tight. So once we get it squared away, there ain't gonna be no backing out. There ain't gonna be no deflecting and running and all that shit. None of that.
So right now we got Yeshua as the Mashiach, and then we've got Michael as the Mashiach. And so we need.
He said Michael
words. We need to get the words in there.
Mashiach spoke about it in the Old Testament, and Lance just kind of conceded. He said, "Now I know he spoke about it in the Bible. I don't know if
there's a Messiah. There is a Messiah,
don't kill a joint. Let him prove it. Let him prove it.
There is a Messiah. The Michael is the Messiah. He's the angel of the Lord, the one sent before the Most High.
So that's the Mashiach.
I'm gonna disprove that real fast.
Okay, so we need to go to war on that. Now we just
it ain't gonna be no war on that, bro. That's like,
it's a war,
that's like a dude trying to slap box. You know what I'm saying? Be out here socking this dude up. Like, come on, man.
Give him the words for the title. Suave.
No, that's what I mean. Them two different things. Is who is the Mashiach and is Yeshua?
It's Michael or Yeshua.
Yeah, that's
the
one. But then it's but then it's one is Yeshua the Hamashiach spoke about in the Old Testament.
So that's the second debate.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That's a good topic. One.
So we're gonna have what, a 2-topic debate?
Or 2 debates.
They already got another debate.
I mean, yeah, we got 2. This is gonna be our second debate, bro. I ain't about to debate this dude my whole season.
Right.
So you need to be retaught, my nigga. You gonna have to.
Yeah, well, this is your opportunity. You got 2 opportunities to reteach me, homie.
Want to, bro. Want to. You're gonna have gray like me by the time I'm done with your ass, B.
Yeah, sound good.
You're gonna look real motherfucking Arab.
Sound good, man. Sound real
y'all niggas,
good.
man, y'all see the problem is this, bro.
Ain't no problem.
The Most High been with me from day one. In my blood. And he been talking
just
to
so
me.
You get the belt, bro, that don't mean that
talking
he
to
ain't
me from day one, bro. From talking about literally. All these things I have suspicions of, I go look up, I find information there. It's because I am anointed to be the motherfucking teacher, the light bringer to you motherfuckers. And that's the truth. I'm able to see things you cannot.
Hey, don't give yourself that.
I'm able to hear shit you can't hear.
Okay.
That's my design. Now, you went and sat up under a group of people, you sharp. You been
who I set up under, brother?
Whoever your team is, bro. Whoever you became a Hebrew Israelite up under.
Well,
who taught you?
I became a Hebrew Israelite because I was born one. Right? Now, what happened with my part was that I walked up on some brothers, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they was doing us a disservice, you know what I'm saying, attacking a person that I feel like didn't need to be attacked, which was a pale skin, right? So as my brothers is attacking these dudes, and I'm just trying to step in, they conflicted to the scriptures that I brought out on the strength on how will Yeshua deal with it. That's where they got conflicted at. So where I got conflicted at was the fact that I didn't know who the hell I was, and they were telling me I was an Israelite, according to the scriptures itself. So I'm like, man, what? Man, whatever, man. I'm a Christian. Guess what they did? They gave me a few scriptures, told me to go study. What I do? After I went and checked them scriptures out, I went right back looking for them brothers. Couldn't find them. Even to this day, I can't find them. You know why I want to find them? Because I want to apologize to my family for disrespecting them, for putting that pale skin in this place. I just didn't understand what was going on.
But other than that, that was my start. And ever since then, I've been on, bro. I've been on. It ain't I can't say that Daniela is my teacher. Ak Hashar is my teacher. What I can say is I learned from all them brothers. Whenever they put out information, I fact check their information. When I find it to be facts and truth, I rock with it. It's a part of my information now. That's how I move. So when you bring out information, Lance, I fact check it. After I fact check it and see what's what I need, I keep. What I don't need, I dismiss and I talk my shit to you. It's that simple.
I got you, brother. So I hope that after these debates, that's my worst thing about us debating here, bro. We bring out information, we prove shit, and then we go back acting like the shit didn't get this shit proven. I'm gonna need you, after I bring out this debate and bring out my information, I'm gonna need you to denounce Yahshua and pick up Michael, your prince, as the Messiah of your people. You gonna stop with that shit teaching it after this debate, bro. That's just the bottom line, because you a fucking power out here. You out here spreading that motherfucking propaganda, you gonna go to hell, nigga. And don't even know why. Thinking you keeping the law and all that shit. Spreading propaganda, bro. Jesus or Yahshua, the nigga in the New Testament, is not the Messiah. It's only one Messiah that the Most High sent for his people. And that's Michael, the angel of the Lord. And I put that on whatever. According to the scripture anyway, and not the Bible. Scriptures beyond the Bible. Michael's a dead. You get a priest king, he's a priest king of heaven, but he on earth. That's your fucking human form, Michael, nigga. That's what they call him. The teacher of Shem. The one who set up under, the one Shem set up under. Niggas gonna have to wake up, bro. Have to stop this bullshit. You too, Anon. Nigga, I see you slowly coming towards the motherfucking light. But nigga, you gonna have to do that shit more abrupt. You can't be sticking your feet in the water, nigga. Sticking your toes in, nigga. One day, oh, it's warm, nigga. Nah, get your ass in here and know the truth. Real talk, my nigga. Niggas, bro. We gotta stop with this whole little motherfucking Israelite paradigm, because that shit made up. Even the Israelite shit is made up by the motherfucking translators, the ones who put it in the English form type shit.
Talk to him, Lance.
Niggas gotta understand, bro. We've been fooled. And why are we at the front of everything? We at the forefront of all society, bro. Why? Our people so great, so low. That's scripture. Because they taught us to be low as children. That's where your motherfucking critical race theory shit doing to us. Teaching us that we was fucking servants and slaves, and it's automatic life is against you once you come into this world. Teach your kids they don't have no other way but to subject themselves and hope that the government will be fair and lenient, and if they be here. Bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, Domo. Doing that black shit. That's why the fuck that black ass paradigm shit is fake. We ain't black, nigga. We all fucking Portuguese, European, worldwide people, bro, being inflated into one motherfucking color.
Whoa, you lost me there. Life started in Africa, though, bud. It didn't. No, it didn't. Africa was a Noah's ship. It was a refuge that people from all over the place was going to have refuge from the destructions of the world that the Most High just judged. That was the Noah's ship. It's not the fucking start of civilization. If you really want to know the truth, we have to go to motherfucking Ararat. If you want to say the start of our civilization, the New World, but before that, Noah had people. He was part of a race of people. Period.
There was people in the world, bro.
Not at all.
Africa. How the fuck did we start in Africa?
the only place we could. It was the most habitable for making a human being. It was hot enough.
At that period.
We're not.
The world changes, bro. The world terraforms itself. The sun gets closer. It moves further away. Some places take water on. Other places take ice on. It keeps changing. It's a lie you're telling.
Is it? What migration period took place? How did we start in Europe?
Migration. Only reason white people migrate is because of the lack of food. Cataclysm.
We started in Europe and moved to Africa.
Started all over the world, bro. But to be honest with you, started in Antarctica, in Alaska, around in that area, Alaska, top of the pyramid.
It's pretty cold up there, though. How did we?
It has not always been cold. That's why you got palm trees and mammoths and alligators and all types of shit in Alaska right now being discovered. And as that shit is fucking melting away and more shit is being discovered, it's the same fucking thing that happened in Africa in the fucking 1300s and 1100s. And in the 1500s, they was finally able to see everything. That's why they discovered the fucking pyramid.
Talk to him, Lance.
God, bro, you motherfuckers not thinking, man. Y'all just parroting shit and you listen to fucking videos. It shouldn't something to just spark like, hold on, wait a minute. It should be some fucking issues with the fucking way the shit coming into you, bro. Your body, your mind should be like, hold on, reject that. Go look up why you rejected it, why you feel this way about that. There's no way in the world that all black people come from America, B. It's impossible. The whole planet was designed to live on. And anywhere you see sand and ice, judgment. Bottom line, every part of this earth is designed to have. Now, ice, on another subject, ice is a preservation. It's like a tape recorder or a CD. Okay, because those same things that are being iced are being preserved, recorded for a later generation to say, "Oh wow, let's bring this." Absolutely, but to say y'all lack geographical and topological and all of that, y'all lack the information. You got to study math to see how the Earth terraformed just over the past 200 years. What the fuck you think is done in 1500 years, bro? You ain't gonna take no nigga. You ain't gonna date niggas back before 5000 BC. And that's what
the pressure on them, Lance.
Y'all gotta read, man. For real, man. And it'd be hard for me to just be quiet and listen to all y'all particularly swab dumbass just saying the same shit over and over. We were African global people. We were the fucking Africans. That's a new construct. African global people. Y'all forgot that was before I came. Swab thought everybody came from Africa, just like the start. And over time, you start saying we're global.
I think out of Africa works.
But put the pressure on them, Lance.
Out of Africa works up. It works because you can prove things, bro. It works because you can go back and see that things happen. But what before that? What about the time before that? And the time before that one?
I don't know.
You're not getting all these
before that. Because there's two things, right? The oldest languages have clicks in them.
So say you.
No, the facts, the linguistics.
So say you, nigga.
To tell you that. Yeah.
So say you, bro. So say you. You think God was talking to Adam with clicks, nigga?
I don't know if a God-Adam story took place.
You think God talked to the first man with clicks?
I don't.
He gave him a pop. He gave him something to drink. He said, and then he gave him something to eat. He said, you gotta teach a motherfucker how to talk. You can't just make a motherfucker have knowledge, bro, unless he's a computer.
You know our
you gotta teach everything
like this before, right? So you know our sentences didn't sound like this in early stages of speech. So remember, the animals are here before you. Why wouldn't it make sense to make man speak with the clicks in order to fool birds and fool different creatures?
Nah, that don't work with me because I can talk to a motherfucking squirrel and I can talk to certain birds, nigga.
I can too. I talk to them all the time and they respond. Yup.
Right?
So wouldn't it make sense that first language with clicks, right? Now you're
right, but I'm saying niggas that Niggas don't have to use, like, I can call my mama and don't even pick up a phone. And she gonna pick up a phone and call me, and she gonna say, what you doing?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about her. Just imagine if we was more pure. We don't gotta use words to communicate. You can come up to me looking sick as fuck, and I'll be like, yo, sorry, what's up with you, B? You don't say nothing. And I'm like, yo, sit down, bro. Let me check you out right quick. Right? Because we can communicate without words. But that's bullshit. Linguistics is something that was adopted. I don't think we needed communication. And if we didn't need to talk in the beginning. So I disagree with you, brother. Now, like I said, because people were separated over time and then coming back together, they had to develop ways to communicate. If you 10 years old and you get displaced from your community by way of some type of storm or some shit, and you end up in another community, you only gonna know your language up to 10 years old. After that, you gotta make some other shit up to mean what the fuck you trying to say. And that's what happens in cataclysms. Mostly children survive, bro. And the chosen people that are designed to be their Lord, which is always gonna be the same people, the same genetics, the same DNA people. And that's the design from the very beginning. That's why the Most High created the chosen, to be the light in the world, to repopulate, to create things, to replenish things. The same people over and over. That 1/10 that Melchizedek required. Niggas need to wake up, bro. We that 1/10. Well, I know I'm 1/10 because I dream dreams. I see visions. I dream my life, bro. I wake up, walk around this bitch, and might run into a girl that I dreamed about. I know I dreamed you at 11. I know it's other people out here like me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you motherfuckers can't relate because you're not the 10th. You don't come back over and over again. The 10th to replenish the earth. The 10th. That. Now I'm not gonna be here. Hopefully I don't. I don't want to see my kids and family die. But my spirit, that energy transcends down to who? The children. Then you create new seeds in the earth to plant a tree just like you. That's that 10th that Melchizedek required. That the angel of the Lord required. That Michael required. That the Most High Creator required. The 10th. Ties of the nation. Niggas inflating information because you don't read, bro. You sound just like the white man telling me about some fucking linguistics, the star and click. I don't sound like no shit you studied and went down to the very beginning to figure out yourself. Sound like you picked up from somewhere and adopted it. We gotta be serious, bro. It ain't about winning and losing, bro. It's about waking the fuck up, bro. And that's all I'm here for. Y'all know that shit about me, man. I ain't trying to get no fucking glory from it. I ain't even know we supposed to have no followers, nigga. Y'all the ones taught me about motherfucking YouTube and motherfucking all that shit. I ain't know shit about that. I just came to fucking wake you motherfuckers up listening to y'all niggas talk this dumbass shit all the fucking time on YouTube. Now I got on there with Domo, that was the last straw. And guess what? Ever since, nigga, you niggas gonna wake up, bro. I told you gonna have to kick me out this motherfucking league. You niggas gonna wake the fuck up. I don't give a fuck how camaraderie you are, or whatever the fuck y'all call yourself be doing against me. Now you A9, I know you. Know what I mean? You gonna come on 9? No, I know you're not united, but if you know what it is, nigga. And I don't be talking to just be talking, nigga. I talk with passion because I want you motherfuckers to get it, bro. And I read it already. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna fucking take you to school. You don't pay me. I'm not your fucking professor. But I'm gonna tell you the shit out here. I'm gonna tell you where to get it from. Ask me some random ass questions. How many motherfuckers was it that was in? I don't fucking know. They don't even know. Specific. How many aristocratic families can we draw out today? I can tell you that you can look up a Murray. I'm an aristocrat, nigga. Still, to this day. You can look up Richardson. You can look up Dickerson. You can look up a whole bunch of Robinson, sons of Robinson. You can look up a whole bunch of names and see what the aristocracy aristocracy in your communities are. We pick those names for a reason. They wasn't given to us by no fucking white man. You dumb niggas. How the fuck the white man give us names and he ain't even fucking have no last name? We can't hear you, Bishar.
What made you think my grandfather chose the last name Lloyd?
Who?
I said, what made you think my grandfather chose the last name Lloyd?
It's before it had to be your great grandfather that chose.
I'm named after my dad's dads. You feel me? So I'm not named after. Go ahead.
What's your name?
I'm a third.
No, what's your name?
My name is Nelson Ricky Lloyd III.
Lloyd. Lloyd is one. Lloyd is one. Look, like Khan is Lucas.
Listen to me. What makes you think that we chose that name? That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying that you know specifically why mine did, but I'm just saying as an entirety of a nation of people.
According to in a book called what is the book called? I think it's called it's called it's called Muslims and Jews in British colonial America. They say that they picked names. They had names, but in order to hide themselves, they anglicized their name so that they would blend with other people. So names that would normally have like a Sephardic or Jewish name to it, like Moore, M-U-I-R, it really turned to M-O-O-R-E when it comes to America. You feel what I'm saying? All our names are I ain't gonna say I don't know all y'all history. I just know my shit, bro. I know people who look like me gonna share the same history because we have a phenotype. Phenotypically sit in the same bunch. I'm talking about my people. Now, I'm not saying none of y'all. I'm saying my people like Irish Jews, Scottish Jews, and French Jews. They're gonna look like me 100 all the time. And not to say that other people not Jews. I'm just saying my people. I know phenotypically they are. If you are A positive, I don't care if you white, you related to me. A positive blood type is the oldest blood type on the planet. It's normally identified with Aboriginal. O blood type is the newest blood type. That's identified with your motherfuckers who conquered the people. The people who come from the north. That's an old world blood type. So they'll say you aliens.
You say something is an old world blood type? What is?
Old blood type is an old world blood type. It's not a modern man blood type. The entire tribe of the Adamites who have not been in any way really amalgamated with any Europeans or white people at all, entire race blood type is A.
Hey Lance, can I ask you a question right quick?
Yes, sir.
You said everybody who got A is your people, even if they're white.
Yep.
And then you said all your people look the same.
No.
You didn't say all your people look the same, like gonna look like you?
I said the people who come from Scotland, Ireland, and France look like me.
Even if they're white?
That's something you're adding on. Phenotype of blood, phenotype of face, about two different things.
I'm talking about even if they're white. So even the white A positive blood people, they look like you.
Good evening. I'm Chris Ham. This.
You just gonna cut
wow, that's a good question, wow.
I know, that's why you cut the radio off. That's why you cut the radio off. I just heard you say. You said all my people look like me. And anybody with the A blood type, even if you white, you my people. So I just want to know, you got like a biracial face?
You ready?
no, even if white with A blood type, let me say this better. You was around when my people's around. You
Your
from the
still around, right? The hell are you talking about?
Yeah, bro, these brains, bro. Sorry. My shit is hurt. Something going on with my whip, bro. I think I ran my battery down and didn't even fucking I ran my battery down at the park. I can't hear you, Swag. What you say again, bro? How the fuck I turn the camera around? Got a gig today, bro. I shoot for the city. I was working out and didn't even have my itinerary. I got that well, he didn't give me the itinerary, to be honest. Just sent me some flyers and shit. And I ain't really looked. They sent me out here. It's called Raise the Flag Detroit to take photos, but it ain't shit popping. That's why I was sitting in the car. I'm just gonna take photos of the flag. They've been out here since this morning, though. Late as fuck. Black people time, bro. Oh my God, it's sister. Can I get your autograph? Hey, sister, can you sound like Chip for me? What's out there? Ike, you all right? What's out there? Ike, you all right? Man, you gotta give me an itinerary, dog. Dang. I had to see it on Facebook. Bro. Yeah. Come on, man, bro. Dang, thank you, Molly.
Like, at one time, this man, I was at 5 companies lost your mind. You know what I'm saying? So the best part about this is being able to talk about how to feel. Because it's all about how to feel.
Fuck you trying to get us struck? You goofy retarded motherfucker. Alright, that shit from the living room. What's them, your beats? Alright, man, Black Power, we out.